Man, this is weird. Not having Koots here.
Yeah,
Fuck
I have to squeeze next to him.
Fire him.
Fire him.
Fire him. Get
No,
him out.
I don't think we can do that.
He's done.
No, man.
He's
you
on his
can't-
way out
you
the door like his bunny.
You can't. You
Yeah,
can't.
he bought a house.
You
like,
can't
he's-
fire a homeowner, man.
He just bought his coffin.
You can't fire a homeowner.
Nah, you can fire a
You
homeowner.
can't.
Oh,
The
I'm trying
moment
to get to the same spot that you adjusted to.
My mom owned a home. She got
thank
fired.
you, sir. I appreciate
Is this
your-
a spot that I should adjust it, or should I just leave it here? What do you mean?
I'm just saying when he was testing it, I was like right here.
Oh, okay.
That also be good. Just be like how you were when I was sitting over there.
Well, this time maybe Seamus won't sound like he's yelling at people.
Yeah,
here.
his was
Maybe
turned up
not,
really
yeah.
loud.
Hey! Yeah! Like that.
Just talking normally.
That's how
Yeah.
you sound it.
Since Jordan isn't here, I am the audio engineer of choice.
It's
you know
fixed.
how to do it.
I've wanted to do it where I just sit over there and like I'm still part of the conversation, have a mic, but at the same time like I'm adjusting audio. That way we know it's not fucked up.
That could be actually a good idea.
We talked about it. I don't know. God, that must have been like 2 months by
Did
now.
somebody
but-
shoot it down?
No, like Jordan was like, because I was talking about how usually podcasts have like producers. They have people sitting over there like adjusting shit.
Well, yeah. Sounds nasty.
Um,
Are we gonna talk about the short, the that we're gonna release? Should we talk about that too or not?
I don't know.
Vegas short.
Yeah.
We need to film the end, and if Koots is
Yeah, we probably shouldn't talk about it because.
Well, we've already talked about it.
Oh, really?
We talked about it when we
People
filmed it
already
that
know.
weekend, and we were like, "Oh, it's gonna be out next weekend." And then
Yeah.
it never came out,
So what are we gonna say about it? Like we started editing it. We have to film the end.
Yeah, I tweeted about it.
That would be the only thing we would say
We
about
did
it.
talk about it already.
It's in the
didn't we?
pre-show now, though.
We can.
Didn't we talk about it already?
We talked about it on Creature Talk when
Yeah,
the week
that's
we
what
came
I mean.
back.
Yeah.
What about our special? Are we gonna talk about that
the-
or not?
Yeah, I mean that should, I don't know, theoretically be out tomorrow maybe. I don't
Be
know.
like a
Is it?
surprise kind of thing though?
Yeah.
Surprise!
Just,
Isn't,
we're
isn't
doing
this?
something special for our 500,000
Yeah, that's
subscribers
it.
on
I
the
didn't
hub.
mention any more
Is this
details.
the pre-show?
Look at that.
Yeah,
This is the
apparently.
pre-show.
Wow. Welcome to the pre-show.
And hopefully it's not going to be 10 minutes like last time with the Oprah shaving stuff.
You know what? When you guys give me a
And
little
that ended up
bit-
being the title, like, and nobody
Well-
understood. It was like,
nobody understood. It was in the beginning of the video. What are you talking
I
about?
know, but like, it was part of the pre-show.
Yeah, it wasn't-
and we named the title. We named
I
the
couldn't think
title
of what
of
to
it.
call it outside of like Oprah shavings because I couldn't think of anything like outside of either like the half-hour-long lesson at
Yeah,
the
never
end.
talked about over shavings. Never talked about it.
What about it?
We never talked about it. That's why
Over
people were
shavings?
confused. Yeah, we never talked about it.
It was in the beginning.
We,
What are you
no,
talking-
we didn't talk
God
about
damn
it.
it, Seamus! Stop Seamus and me.
I don't remember talking about it.
I don't remember.
How about the comments on the Pizza Hut thing about you guys?
We're all fat.
Somebody said that Seamus and I switched bodies. Seamus and I switched bodies, which makes no
I
sense.
seen that. I seen that. I was
Like, yeah, I'm so skinny now. I'm so
oh.
skinny.
Yeah.
I've lost a grand total
I'm gonna
of
tell you,
like 2 pounds.
Sorry.
I'm 24 years old and I weigh 170. If that's overweight, then I don't fucking know what it's.
We got something worked up from
Yeah.
those comments
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
Forgot about that.
Good will come out of it.
because
for us.
immediately I was like, when we were talking, I was just like, we got to do something with this now
We
because
could-
I was called bigger, and then you both were called bigger.
Jordan in
so
the
it's
Oblivion
like-
video was the same thing. Everybody was like, Jordan's getting fat.
So it
We're all
turns
getting
out
fat.
everybody has been targeted by this fatness.
yeah,
Except for me.
Except Dan.
Dan.
Who was getting skinnier, in fact.
Dan, are you losing weight as we?
I'm gaining weight. I'm eating a fucking red velvet
He's
cupcake
eating.
right
Wait,
now.
actually, Dan's body works in a very mysterious way. As he eats, he's losing weight.
Yeah.
It's
The more
metabolism.
he eats,
Yeah.
just
Oh my God, Dan, how do you do this?
Time to get
Metabolism.
some metabolism boosters. for
Skinny
us.
Craig.
Some
Stepping up
booster
his
Skinny
shots and
Craig.
shit.
skinny Craig.
Jesus.
Those comments hurt my feelings, man. I went home, and I was just listening to
You know,
Simple Plan.
I still like when I do. Well, I guess that'll be a transition for the next thing or whatever. But
Okay.
Continue. I was gonna say that I did a random Q&A and I continually get messages about the same thing, and I
What?
was gonna bring that about the house. Like,
What do you mean the house?
people still don't know definitively who is here at
In
the
the
house.
Yeah, but I made a video about it, and they think I moved to Detroit.
no.
Like, no, literally, I made when we got to this house, I made a room tour and called it Detroit Room Tour. No one had any questions. I go to an apartment and call it Detroit Apartment Tour. everyone thinks I moved to Detroit.
Man, are you out of the creatures,
I'm
Seamus?
live from Detroit right now.
Are you leaving us?
The city is on fire as we speak.
Oh my.
It's how it always is.
Man, but you're out of the creatures, right?
We did that before, though. Like, when we first moved into the original Creature House, everybody had no idea who was living there. They thought Jordan and
Yeah,
Monica
they
were
thought
living there.
Jordan was
Yeah.
still there.
We made a video specifically for everybody to upload. I don't know if we have ended up doing that on everybody's channel,
I
but
don't
we
know.
at least did it on the Hub and Koots' channel and maybe my channel. But it was a video of Koots just saying, I do not live here. You know, the 3 other guys live here. I never lived in the Creature House.
Yeah.
Z,
Sly never lived in the house.
They aren't here. Spoon. They're at their own, like, we explained it, and there were people in the comments section debating who lived where.
You know
I don't
what
think they're
feel
telling
it
the
is?
truth.
I feel like one, there's the fans that obviously know and are up to date to everything that we do and who we are, and then there's new fans that they come in, and I feel like the old
Just
fans,
more so they check in every once in a while.
I feel like the old fans troll the shit out of the new ones. And they're like, yeah, they're not there. And Seamus lives in Detroit, and yeah.
He lives in Detroit. Jordan and Monica living in the Creature House.
And again, we're fat.
Yeah, we're fine.
All of us, we're
So
fat.
I was sitting in my computer the other day. Chair just collapsed under me. I was
Actually-
like, damn.
Actually, when I tried to type and I pressed one key, I pressed 3 at the same
like-
time. I'm like, fuck! I got
That
sausage
could
fingers.
be. I don't know. They've been pretty trolly, especially with the fucking Asgard thing. They've been pretty trolly.
What do you
as
mean
of
then?
late. Like they like telling me and Jordan to do stuff in Minecraft, and it ends up being something that results in a bad thing. And it's just like collectively they'll say like it's something good will come out of it, but it's not. It's like they want.
You'll die.
And then they'll give me tips. They give me tips. They say, do the keep inventory thing. Sly's got this keep inventory thing. You should do that. Make an ender chest. Do this to keep your stuff. But yet they're making the ways that I'm dying. Like they're causing this in the first place.
And then they get mad at you because
it's
But
like,
why do
you died. You lost all your stuff again.
No,
Like, you fucking told me to do that.
Listen to this. So I figured that this keep inventory thing came from Captain Sparkles, because he has the whole Divine RPG thing, and a lot of fans are like, Captain Sparkles is doing the same thing. You should bring him into Minecraft Daily. I'm like, well, I don't talk to Captain Sparkles like that, but
Cotton Sparkles.
Yes, Cotton Sparkles.
El Capitan Sparkles.
El Capitan
What
de
did Jordan
Cotton.
say last week? Oh, damn it. That word he said weird.
I don't know.
I don't know, but
Oh, wasn't it like
but
an actor's last
the
name?
moment
Carlson.
I actually
Woody Carlson.
switched to keep inventory,
God.
I got a spam of comments saying, "Man, why did you do that? No, it's not the same." I'm like,
copied
you
them.
guys told me to do this, and then you get mad at me.
I get
for
people
this."
there saying that, but I'm not. I won't do the keep inventory thing. I think that's stupid. Like, cause that completely
you know
ruins
what-
the survival thing. Like,
you know
what
what?
are you
For-
surviving for then?
For maybe
Scorn 7 years
like
ago.
what you got maybe, and it's meh. But with Divine
makes sense if it's an
Divine
item.
RPG, it's ridiculous. Like, all right, so you have to work super hardcore fighting these overpowered monsters, and these guys have over 100, 1,000 health and whatnot. Me and Alex just fought this giant ass boss. They had 10,000 or whatever, and if you die, you lose all your progress. And what I was thinking was well, with this kind of mod, losing all your shit becomes just so stale and monotone that it loses the value, the entertainment
Spend
value.
more time getting your stuff back.
Yeah, it's dumb. Especially for a Divine
Yeah,
RPG.
sometimes it does get to that point, but then I mean, we have other means to get around that, though. I mean, there are ender chests are a part of the game now, and you probably have the book bag mod on there because I know Steven put it in after I suggested it to him, which that has an ender book bag, which your inventory carries across everything, so you'll be able to keep it. You just have to craft another ender chest or whatever. Or
Yeah,
something
it just
like that. There's means of getting around it where you don't just have to put in a command and be whatever. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm fucking fighting for anything then. If it's
oh, believe me,
There's no consequence.
Believe me, when you play Divine RPG, the consequences are.
Well, that'll
humongous.
probably be in my next single player. So.
It is the most annoying mod. You can get two-shotted from far away from a K-Clops, and you can have diamond armor. He'll fuck your day up. It's to the point of
He doesn't care.
It's just too overpowered.
Did Steven not give you a warning about that? Because he gave me a warning. He said that you shouldn't fight these monsters unless
Yeah, that's where. But like I said, I listened to the fans with the whole hey, keep the keep inventory thing, and at first everybody got mad, but now it just went away. It was all right.
Over time, people will
The
stop.
moment you can make a slight change,
I'm not doing keep inventory. Me and Jordan both said like that's it. We wouldn't be like part of losing all of our stuff is it's fun, like in a way, because eventually we're gonna get to the point where we're like we get through everything that there is to do, and there's nothing else. Like you could say like that getting your stuff back is kind of like a not a filler, but like it's something else to do.
It extends it.
Yeah, because eventually we're gonna beat all the bosses if we have to keep all of our stuff. We're gonna get through everything really easy, and it's just gonna be like, okay, now what do we do?
Like I said, for me, it's like every dimension gets harder and harder, and all these monsters are harder and harder. And to be honest, Minecraft, it's from Minecraft Daily, so
I haven't used that mod yet, so I don't know.
We want to finish that mod and then switch to a different mod. Like we want to constantly switch it up in Minecraft Daily, so that's why I decided to do that. Maybe when we're done with Divine RPG, I'm gonna take it back and take the keep inventory.
Yeah, if it's just a command. But yeah, like that when I did the Q&A, like half of the comments were fucking about the house and shit, and I was just like, yes, okay. It is me in the house, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because now I have an office, and like I could fucking go back to doing like a lot of the video ideas that I had beforehand because I'm in the office.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a lot more space for me, but yes.
Yeah, you have more creative room.
Jordan was never at the house. Sly was never at the house.
Nope.
Spoon was never at the house.
Nope.
Z
Hasn't been to Colorado.
Yeah, he hasn't even been to Colorado.
Has never been to Colorado.
He hasn't visited yet, so I don't know where like people would link him out of the blue. It's so random, but I don't know what you have to do to drill that in.
But you know what though? Damn, we got fat.
Hey guys, what's going on? Kootra here. It's Creature Talk on the day of April 27, 2013.
See, he already screwed it up. He doesn't know the date.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say.
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
See, I'm the improved version of Kootra.
New and improved.
Correct audio
This
levels.
Yeah.
The date on the thing. I printed out articles for the things
he
we were
did.
talking
Dan
about.
came
today.
prepared.
Yeah,
Jordan is never
All right,
prepared.
think about this. Kootra's Wally.
He would have
and
just
Dan
been
is
like
Eva.
April. What's the
He'd
day
look up
again?
there and be like,
27.
What's the thing?
He doesn't even look up there. He always looks in the
He'd be like, it's
computer.
April 20th because it's circled.
That calendar is completely pointless because it's like, what the fuck is the point? No, he doesn't look at it or anything like
telling
that. He
you.
doesn't look up at it.
Dan,
But I give it to him because I don't like being the leader here.
Kootra is Wally.
The leader.
He's
There
the
you go.
leader. The leader. So yeah, Creature Talk. Koots isn't here. I'm Dan's News.
Hi, I'm Nova.
I'm Sly Fox.
I'm Seamus.
Whoa, you didn't go with your online handle.
Yeah,
Wow.
no one ever uses that though. So
Why you say?
I
Tom
use
calls me a
SSOH.
Seamus.
Hey, in the pizza Hut video, I put SSOH on your name thing.
Oh, did you?
It's
Yep.
just
I put Sly, Koots, and Dan.
There you go, man.
Eventually got to the point where it's like, okay, it's too much.
It's too hard to say.
Yeah.
That's
Seamus is now
This is
good.
always
Seamus.
It took me a minute. I was like, it took me forever to remember like those
SSOH.
letters.
It's easy. What are you talking
No,
about?
SSOH PKC. Like I didn't. The PKC was. I was like SPH924.
You know what? There's another way you can do it. You go.
I originally just wanted to have it be SSOH, but it was already taken.
Yeah.
Man,
did
we're gonna
that.
contact YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one point, just Nova was available,
What?
and I wanted to find somebody to give it to me, but then someone took it and made an account on it. Just recently, too. This was probably
Oh,
like
really?
2011 or 2012, something like that. I don't know.
Are they
But
starting?
it said, like, there was no page to it or whatever, and someone made it, and I was just like, motherfucker.
I
Right.
wanted to
Gone
get the Sly
again.
Fox sound without the X's.
Yeah.
I can.
I would like to know who to talk to do something like that, because
I-
there's tons of people that do that.
Uh-huh.
Switch it
There's
over.
tons of people
Yep.
that change, who the fuck was the first person that I fucking seen do that? Was that the Shane Dawson guy? Like, it's just Shane now.
Oh, really?
It's like, how the fuck did you do that?
I
Like,
wanna
why?
get that.
Do you
And
think
it's like
Fred
you-
had Fred?
Fred did have Fred.
Yeah,
Did
Fred
Fred have
had
Yeah.
Fred.
Wow.
Like,
He
I don't
was-
know what his thing was beforehand, but he did
Super
eventually
cool guy,
get Fred.
27.
Oh, he switched it over to Fred.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Did he always have Fred?
Didn't we talk
I don't
recently
know.
about how Rooster Teeth acquired Let's Play, like the name
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
Play?
I don't even know if that was taken.
That much.
That'd be surprising if it was.
It's been no,
That's
it's
true.
the account has been going on for like 2007. It was it. It was
Maybe they got it really early on. Kind of like us in the Creature Hub. We had the Creature Hub for
Yeah,
like
they
5 months
They
before we even-
pre-planned
for
for like
years and years and years.
6 years later.
You
even
know
more
what?
than that.
They were like, man, you know what? In the future, we're gonna have a bunch of people. We're gonna call them Achievement Hunter, and they're gonna do Let's Play of
No, that doesn't
Minecraft.
make it. Like, I mean, if there's people that like, because the thing is, not only do they get this new name, but their old one redirects to it. Like, I think
That's
at
what
least,
I want to do.
What do you
because
mean?
I have Dan's News, but
Yeah.
my channel is Dan's News Machinima.
Like, if I still put in, like, say you put in whatever Fred's was beforehand, it'll redirect to Fred. Like,
Yeah.
All your videos?
It's set up, yeah. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah,
It's like
that's-
what Fuzzy did for me on Twitch because
Yeah.
I used to have when I signed up for Twitch, it was Paragon Nova or whatever, just like my Xbox Live and all that.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if somebody had my username or what.
Someone
Like
had mine.
Nova or
Yeah,
Uber Nova?
no, Uber Hacks Nova, like
Ah.
the whole username, like my YouTube one. And I guess I don't know if he took it or what, but he made it. He switched my channel to be the Uber Hacks Nova name, and then he took the Paragon Nova like URL and it just redirects.
That's
back
what he
to
did for
me.
me. Whoever
That's cool.
had SSH PKC, he like took it from them and gave it to me. Because obviously
Hey, no!
it's mine. It
Yeah.
should be mine.
No!
Like they just made it to be an asshole.
SSOH
Yeah.
PKC for at least 8 years.
Yo,
Yeah.
I've been
my name, dude.
the PK. I can tell you, there's a difference between that guy and me. I'll tell
fucking
you the
stripped it.
PKC mean.
He stripped it from them and gave it to me. He's like, "Fuck it, there you go."
I could understand that just Nova is probably more of a in general thing. There
Yeah,
are probably people that might have that.
Well, I think there was something.
But at
called-
the same time, if I request it and like, no one has it, the channel may have gotten taken down or something like that. There's no activity on it. It's like, give me the fucking channel.
I'm
Then.
gonna
Let
look.
me take
I'm
it.
gonna look at Sly Fox has. I want to look what Sly Fox
Go
is.
over there and
Better do it
search
before this goes up.
yeah.
Let me check this.
So we'll take it every
All right.
combination of the word.
Well, we'll start off with the first topic, which isn't Sly heavy anyway.
But I'd
So-
love to know who to talk to about that because I'm sure that could be like helpful. Horton's the only one that like has his name
Kootra.
pretty much. Yeah, like he has his
Look at that.
See?
Sly Fox.
Sly Fox.
No views.
It's taken. No videos.
2006.
No
38
activity.
subs though.
And then
38 subs. Don't take away those 38 subs from that guy. He worked hard for him. See? We're sorry.
That's not taken.
It was either taken down previously or it's not even there. So it's like why can't you get that? Why can't
Quick
you get
sign up.
that?
I want that.
Do you know how hard it is to explain at like
X,
conventions?
Sly Fox, now
Yes, you
XX.
can find me at XX Live. It's like
Yeah.
Man, I'm so lazy.
I need something a little bit more simple because I wasn't very creative when I first came
No,
up
I
with the
just
name.
I wanted to use Sly Fox, so the only way I could use it is putting the fucking X's in it.
Yeah.
So whatever.
It's kind of like Z. Z has Z Machinima. That's his main channel, but I think he also has Z Royal Viking, but that's not where he has his like stuff.
Yeah, if
Really?
you could just switch his page over and then just have like a redirect or something like
Man.
that, like that would make it so much better. It would be easier to like actually say like I'm located here instead of like trying to explain it. Yeah, Uber hacks. It's with an X in there.
Uber hacks,
don't
hacks.
just. It's not just Uber. Machinima. Thanks.
Uber Nova.
They might have given you that
Uber
idea.
Nova?
Haxer.
Yeah, Uber Nova.
Nova hacks or Uber.
Jesus. It's like so many different combinations and shit. Just give me Nova. Come on. It's just so much easier.
You brought this upon yourself.
YouTube.com. Yeah, when I was like fucking
brought
12.
this upon
like,
yourself. All right, so first topic. Now, THQ update, blah, 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 blah.
I don't
blah,
know
blah.
anything about this team.
Blah, blah, blah. They sold off their remaining assets.
No, they
So,
sold a
do I
bunch
need to
of
go
money.
print another article?
I guess. The only thing that I know update-wise from THQ is that Sly sent me an article that they owe WWE, like, I don't know how many millions. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well, because James is really into the whole wrestling
But they
thing.
also owe like other companies a lot of money too. Like
Really?
they broke down like 200 million here, this million here. Like I don't know. They owe I guess a lot to. How the fuck are they gonna? They're not gonna fucking. How are they gonna get that
That's
back?
funny though. Like so for the wrestling thing, they were asking WWE, hey, please let us use your assets and all your
Yeah.
wrestlers, and then we'll pay you. It should have been the other way around. Like WWE would be like, make us a good game, we'll pay you part of it, and we'll get the profits or whatever.
Well, they must have been. I think they were in a contract with them where it's like there is a contract with them where it's like they have to produce the game yearly or something like that. So
like
they do
Call
need,
of Duty.
Yeah. So they do need the assets like on a yearly basis or whatever. But they need more so the they need from what I understood their thing was they would mock up like a roster and they would have to take that to WWE to get verified. Like they needed to, like they couldn't just run with whoever the fuck they wanted, like in WWE, like to
They
be
had
in
to
the game
get
or whatever.
the
Yeah,
latest-
they had to go to them and be like, is this person okay to be in or whatever? You can't put Chris Benoit in there. Don't put it in the list. Something like that. Like that's what I mean.
He doesn't understand. I walked over to his house one time.
Oh
he was
my
playing
God.
an old wrestling game. Guess who he was playing as?
That was
Playing as Chris
Chris Benoit. I was
Because
like,
he has
why
a
the
good-
fuck are you playing as Chris Benoit?
He has a
God
good
damn it.
special.
He has a power bomb.
He
That's
grabs
a good
it. No,
special.
no, if you go from behind the wrestler, you grab him by the neck and spin him, and they land on their chest, and that hurts him a lot. That's why I did it. It was
Hatch
a game.
him out of all of the games.
It was a
Has-
game that I used to play when I was. Oh, by the way, a comment that I saw on the previous Creature Talk, just so you guys know, why do you guys only talk about games and news-related games? Why don't we talk about
We talk about movies too.
what? And you,
Occasionally.
And Oprah shavings.
They brought up. They're like, why do you guys always talk about games?
We can
Switch
talk
it up."
about that vacuum over there
This
that
is-
I got the other week.
Oh my
Is
god!
that you got a Hoover vacuum
Yeah.
cleaner?
Whole
Seriously?
house
A whole
series?
house.
What? Whole house, not just one
Hey,
room.
we're switching it up for
Fuck.
you, person that complained.
There you
We're
go.
switching it for
Home
you.
appliances is going to be a new section on Creature Talk. We don't even talk about just games though. We also have
No,
school
there's
time too.
Yeah.
No, but they're
We're
like,
trying to diversify. That guy's just not keeping up.
Yeah.
I could talk
Look
about,
at
you
that.
know,
Look at that.
bills I
Creature
have to
Talk has
pay.
never been
What the hell
a
is
gaming
this?
podcast.
That might be my dirty sock.
It's a dirty sock, dude. I'm holding it with my hand that I probably have semen on it now. Thanks to.
That's not a tube sock. That's a pretty small sock for a tube sock.
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's,
me
Maybe
just
it's
fine.
maybe it's
It's me
like
just fine.
it's kind of crusty
All
too.
Ew.
Well, anyway, I got the press
It
release.
stretches. Don't worry.
Oh God.
stretch it out.
I got the press release for the THQ thing. They completed bidding and stuff for three buyers emerging to pay $6.55 million for 6 available slots. Blah blah blah. Okay, so 4.9
This
million.
is in the company itself because I thought they already did their assets. Like they already
Yeah.
sold off the
Said
other
remaining
games. And
assets.
shit.
Okay, 4.9 million from Nordic Games, licensing Swedish-based video game publisher for Darksiders, Red Faction, MX versus ATV, and other owned software.
They really did. No
They
one,
want-
no one got up to get like Darksiders yet until now.
It also includes Destroy All Humans, Summoner, and more. Other licensed software includes
Destroy All
Marvel
Humans.
Superhero Squad, Supreme Commander, and more. Gearbox got
Oh no, Gearbox.
Homeworld. It says Homeworld and then it cuts off. Okay.
Huh.
I guess we'll never know.
And then 0.3 million from 505 Games SRL, an Italian video game publisher, for Drawn to Life and Drawn to Life.
Oh
the next
no! Wait, if 505 Games, if those are the people that I'm thinking of, man, they are shit bad. Hold up, I wanna before I call them out on being bad, I wanna make sure I'm right.
We just called them out already. Stick to it, man.
I'm saying
Stick to your guns.
I said that 505 Games. Hold on, because I remember seeing their logo. If they have produced.
What
Okay,
games?
I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for
505
I
this.
didn't say they got Payday 2. That's a good game. They did the Sniper Elite stuff.
Those are pretty decent.
Terraria on the PS3.
Hell yeah.
All right,
What is
doesn't
that?
sound too bad.
Yeah, they actually sound like they got a good chunk of games. What are you talking about?
So they're involved with Payday 2?
I don't know. I guess.
That's sick.
Arma? Really? Maybe they aren't the same company. Then.
You would think it's somebody else.
No, because I could have sworn like playing those shitty Wii games. Like I thought I'd seen this logo 505 Games on one of them.
Well,
And
they could have slipped up and made one shitty game. Well, they probably made profit out
Everyone
of
gets one.
it. Yeah.
They get one. They get one chance.
You get one chance
How
to
do I
That's
fuck
what
up.
search,
you
like
got.
505 games like game list.
There you go, games list.
There you go.
G4 TV.
G4, the now defunct G4. won't
Soon
be-
gonna be Esquire.
Esquire, what is that?
They're changing the channel.
Oh, they did
G4's
Naughty
like
Bear.
done.
That was
Oh my
crap.
god, that was terrible.
There you go. That's their one.
Naughty Bear was miserable.
And they did Morph X. Morph X is one of the worst rated Xbox games.
I never heard that.
I don't know, man.
They did a Michael Phelps game.
Oh my god.
They have a pretty varied track record.
Are they like a publisher or
Supremacy,
developer? Or
MMA. These are just on the 360. Wait.
do they publish or
There's the ones on the Wii. Grease the game.
Grease the
Grease
game.
the
I got
game.
chills.
Grease the game.
They're
A Rolling
multiplying.
Stones game.
Diva Girls, Diva on Ice.
There you
Whoa.
go.
But those are good for little kids.
No, they're not.
And for
Big
old
Catch
people.
Bass Fishing too.
I mean, Arma and Arma 2 and
Hotel
and
for
That
Dogs.
kind of
Hotel for what?
Dogs.
Yeah.
That's based on
God.
the movie. That's a licensed game.
Oh.
Very mixed. Very mixed.
All right. Well, it seems their non-Wii games aren't bad.
Except for Naughty Bear. That
But
game was
anyway, yeah.
terrible.
So they have whatever Drawn to Pain.
Some mixed
or
stuff,
Drawn
I
to
guess.
Life. But what was the? I wanted.
What?
They got cut off. the one that said about Gearbox. It like said and then got cut off.
And what?
Now
And
it's cut off on here. That's weird. That's their press release too, so I don't even know why it's.
maybe
not,
they're
like,
just
competing sentences.
taunting you.
So we don't know what other stuff Gearbox got.
Gearbox
But
and
that's their remaining assets, and they got 6.55 million for it.
Jeez.
That's in no way gonna repay anybody.
Is is this gonna be the end of the THQ bankruptcy scandal?
I thought it was the end in the last update. If they still got more trickling in, what the fuck?
Well, this is the final. Like that's the
Next
rest
thing you
of their
know,
shit.
someone's gonna rebuild it back up again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a new THQ.
This says on April 18th, the company filed its Chapter 11 plan of liquidation and disclosure statement with the court. The plan outlines how certain classes of claims will be satisfied. Blah 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 blah. So it seems they're pretty much almost done
game over, yeah.
with their bankruptcy stuff.
That sucks.
So
THQ. We don't make games.
Surprised no one got like those. What was it? Would you say Red Faction and stuff? Like,
yeah.
thought that would be one of the big ones that would.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
That
drilled
was
it.
Nordic,
They drilled
right?
it into the
Nordic.
ground.
Yeah, I guess that bad that nobody wanted it.
Armageddon, they drilled it into the
Nordic
ground.
got like the biggest like chunk of the rest of the shit because they got Darksiders, Red Faction, MX versus ATV, Destroy All Humans, Summoner, the Marvel Superhero Squad. What the hell
It's
is
a
that?
cartoony like.
And
Really-
more. I mean, it says and
And
more.
more.
a couple
And more.
So.
They just got everything.
times. They got the pickings. It's like a garage sale.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
go there.
THQ.
Apparently, that other person, what is it called? Norwick?
Nordic Games.
Yeah, they just went to the very back of the garage. They're like, oh, look at this. Oh.
Someone left Red Faction?
We should do a short where it's
Darksiders.
like you're dressed up, you have a shirt that says THQ, and we're like developers, and we have developer logos. It's like, hey, oh, what's this? Oh, Darksiders. Oh, Jesus. He's like, I'll mark it down. I mean, it could put like,
Yeah, that would actually be a good thing. That would be pretty funny.
THQ yard sale.
It's like the last thing would be like, what would it be? Like, I guess Saints or something like that. But like, no, please, don't take it. It's like, you gotta let it go. No! Please, I can't sell my baby.
All right, you'll see that short in 8 months.
When it's no longer relevant at all.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We can just take
That's
a
a good
clip
idea.
of this creature talk and put it in there. And like, all right, it makes sense. We said it again. So it's still relevant, you know?
There you go.
We throw it always in every creature talk.
Oh, Dark
Alrighty. Well, going down the list here, the next one is the Evil Dead remake that James and I have seen. Have you guys seen
Nope.
it?
I don't go
Okay.
to the movies.
James and I sat down and like watched the first two Evil Deads, which the second Evil Dead is pretty much a remake of the first anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
So-
yeah, it was weird. Well, it starts the first like maybe 20 minutes of the movie is like a remake of the original, and then they move on to weird and crazier shit.
All right.
But
It's like, we could have did better, so we redid it. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, those movies are like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not scary at all. They're
They're just like cheesy.
they're weird. Like it's just like a bunch of weird shit happening with no explanation whatsoever
What do you
outside the fact that it's
Isn't
tied
this the
together
guy
by a
with the
book.
shotgun?
Yeah.
He has a
Boomstick.
chainsaw arm.
The shotgun arm, right?
It's chainsaw arm. He might have a shotgun arm.
He has
Yes,
a
a
chainsaw
shot-
on the other one, and then
A shotgun, yeah.
it's
yeah.
not like attached to his arm.
Yeah,
though.
in Army of Darkness, I think he uses that more.
Oh.
I haven't.
Yeah.
James and I didn't watch Army of Darkness.
He's a like the character itself. I don't know his name, but I know
Ash.
his face features. I'm like, yeah, I know this guy. This guy has.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, he's like very well known. I'm like, all right, I know this guy.
Yeah.
But
He's a
yeah,
big
I never
cult.
got to watch any of the movies.
Yeah.
So a person that like me that never has to watch any of those movies, should I? And what should I?
I think you'd
expect?
like the remake. Do you like just gory movies?
Of course.
Then you'll probably love it.
Oh.
I mean, that's pretty much all it is. They take
Except
kind of-
those other ones weren't really that. I mean, didn't they have green blood in the other one?
Green Blood?
Yeah, no, it was
What is
really,
this, House of the
it
Dead?
was really like
What's
cartoony.
wrong
It
with
was
you?
really cartoony and weird
Nintendo
with what they
games.
did in the originals, but like the new one was.
That was
more-
the thing back then, like green blood.
Yeah,
It
House
was
of
like
the,
all
the
just-
arcade games with the zombies had. Like I just downloaded it for the.
Did you ever watch the House of the Dead movie?
No.
Green Blood?
Is it?
Was there? No, I was asking.
No,
I'm
just saying it was bad in general. Like,
yeah,
it was,
yeah, well, fuck
it
it.
was a pretty bad movie.
Wasn't it like first person too?
No, they had these moments where like they would like jump up and then the camera would like spin around them. Did you ever see that in, like
No,
the
I've
trailer?
never seen. I've
Oh
never
my
seen the movie.
God.
Like I kind of want to pull up the trailer so you could see it. Like he like like they're like just standing there like doing this action pose and the camera like spins around him or whatever.
Dude,
it's supposed
that
to be
is
like
hard.
no.
That's
Is
hard.
it as
Yeah.
good as the Uaball Far Cry rocket launcher shot?
Oh God, I don't know. That was like an inside cult thing to me. Like I don't know how many other people like actually dissected that shitty ass movie. let alone seen it. Because
Which
I
one?
watched it on Netflix.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Far Cry.
Far Cry.
Far Cry had a movie?
Mhm.
Get the fuck out of
Directed
here.
by the guy who makes like a bunch of video game movies.
It was about like this guy doing tests on like fucking like the what is that guy? I don't know.
Is it on
what his name
Netflix?
is. Yeah, well it was at the time.
Oh.
There's like a big guy and he like made him into kind of like a zombie or whatever, kind of like a just a human weapon or whatever. And the guy from
Hugo
is-
Stiglitz.
yeah, Stiglitz from
Inglourious Bastards. Have you ever seen?
Oh, yeah.
Hugo
Yeah.
Stiglitz. That's the guy who played
he
the main
he
character.
plays the guy in Far Cry. But it was just so like I was saying about the rocket launcher. There's a part where he's in a boat and I guess an enemy comes out from like the fucking trees with a rocket. He shoots it. He shoots it straight. He
Okay.
shoots the rocket straight.
Okay.
Then in the next shot, the rocket's going up in the air.
Oh.
Then in the next shot, the rocket's coming straight down and lands right on the boat, and then he like dives out of the boat to get out. Of
Are
the
you
way.
aware that it could have been a javelin? Because that's how javelins work.
No, this was like a
a normal.
It was
a
like
no-
a bazooka kind of
A
thing.
normal RPG, because that's
Yeah.
javelins are like that, and they shoot up, and then come down.
It wasn't like because I know what you're saying where it goes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think it was like that.
'Cause
Maybe
I
they
pulled it up when
tried
he
to
told
make it,
me.
but they used it.
I guess maybe they used the prop. They couldn't
They
get a
used it
javelin prop, so they just had like the I don't know.
Bazooka prop.
This is the best one now.
He's gonna try to find it now.
Oh, I'm gonna try to find the House of the Dead.
Oh,
thing.
God.
Or yeah. The
That's
House of the
just-
Dead thing.
You know what? Another movie related with video games that I've seen. That me and Alex seen actually recently. I guess it was 2 days ago. It was I think it was a series on Machinima. It was the Halo After Dawn thing.
Forward Unto Dawn.
Yeah, that was so good. Minus
I watched the first two episodes.
I watched the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
really good, but me and Alex were cringing at moments because like they made Master Chief talk way too much.
Mhm.
Like Master Chief, when you talk, he's like, "Go,
Yeah.
over there, be careful." Like that's
Doesn't
what I
say
expect.
much.
That's what I expect Master Chief. He's like, "You can call me Master Chief."
I
I'm
guess
like,
what-
"No, stop."
Guess who it was that made the House of the Dead one?
Ooh, a ball. Yeah, I think I knew that.
I don't know if they have that.
What is this?
This is the House of the Dead trailer. I just wanted to see if they
Find
have
the
that.
shot.
It has
sir.
more dislikes
Oh,
than us.
Sega in the background there.
Sega.
It's like when they start fighting and shit, it starts to get like all slow motion and shit.
This looks really good, by the
I
way.
swear to God, I've seen this.
You might have.
What
you
the
probably don't
fuck?
remember
It,
it.
again, it's
What was
probably like in a
that?
party thingy kind of deal.
Like 90 cuts in a second?
How do you take an arcade game that has like no story outside of the fact that it's a house with dead things in it and turn it into a movie?
It kind of has a story, but it's just like so.
Yeah, but I mean, turn it into an actual movie and
Yeah,
it'd be
no, you
good.
nah.
Is that Vin Diesel?
It looks like.
Is that Captain
I
Jack?
don't know who the fuck.
that guy looked
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
like somebody
Is that the girl
actually-
from X-Men?
Like
No.
Aaron Brockovich.
Who
It's
the
Julia
fuck? Ew!
The Insane Clown Posse's in this.
Are they?
ICP.
I was about to say.
Is that the guy that played the Amazing Spider-Man? It looks like him.
No.
Andrew Garfield. God.
I can't find
You
it.
can't
goddamn
find.
it.
Oh, then come back
Welcome
over
to
here.
Creature
Come
Talk,
back.
where we
Come,
watch
Just
things.
continue.
come over here. What's
You're,
next?
you're the only other person who saw Evil
Yeah,
Dead.
asshole.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh!
We were talking about Evil Dead before we got off on
Oh.
House of the Dead.
maybe this video has it.
10 things I've learned from House of the
Learnt.
Dead.
Learnt.
Learnt.
Danz.
Oh God, Uwe Ball. He challenges critics to boxing matches.
Does he?
Really?
Yeah, like people who make fun of his movies, he challenges them to boxing matches and then beats the shit out of them because he's like crazy German strong.
Really?
Oh, but
Yeah.
wait. People actually go for it?
Yeah, he does. I can't remember where he holds it, but he does that every once in a while. I remember he made a video talking about how Michael Bay was shit. He's just like, Michael Bay's shit. I make the best movies in the world.
Oh, okay. At least he has boxing for him.
He's just like,
There it was. There's one shot of it.
he's just like a huge troll.
Hold up. See if you see it right. Wait, did I skip it?
Zombies don't maul. They pile on top of you and grope you to death.
They had kind of like the thing there. I don't know if it was for what the fuck. What the fuck? Where
Get
did
girl, bitch. Get girl.
There.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like his end game screen.
Yeah, it was like a dead screen.
Ah.
Wow.
All right, I get you.
All
But they
right.
did it for other characters where they wouldn't die, so I don't. It's fucking weird. I don't know. I didn't get it. It's fucking
Indeed.
random.
All
For
right.
him, that guy apparently was super random.
So the Evil Dead remake.
Yes, I liked it.
I liked it too. The end.
I liked it.
Wow.
No.
The end.
It was good. I mean, it was like James was saying, it
You
wasn't
wanna
like
play
green
footsies
blood.
with me?
No, it's not even my
Come
foot. It's my knee.
Oh, let me knee.
It wasn't like green blood. It wasn't
Ah.
very cartoony. It was just more like violent and bloody, and they played more of an infection kind of thing with it.
Yeah.
Than the original did. The original, it just seemed like shit was happening for no reason. This one, they kind of tried to give reason to things. The book.
They
of
did
the
explain
Dead.
some other stuff, the tree rape and shit like that. They
The
explained
what?
that.
Yeah.
Tree rape.
Okay. In the original,
Tree rape.
in the original movie, there was a scene where like a tree like fucking just has sex with a chick. It's not like a big tree going oh. It's just like roots and shit just start like molesting her.
All right.
Tree comes
Yeah.
alive and does that.
Yeah, and so in this
Frisky
movie they
tree.
use it where they implant like a evil soul into her.
Oh, okay.
So they kind of
They did something with it.
He's like, I'm confused.
I remember seeing a movie that involved a lady that was apparently part of a tree that would babysit random families, and then she would take away their child and put their baby inside of a tree.
Is that Snow White?
Is that Pocahontas?
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
There was a movie, and
A tree
I-
babysits people?
No, listen. There's this lady that would come out of a tree. She was a monster. She would go.
Okay.
She would present herself as a very
So,
well
tree
organized
monster.
Mary Poppins kind of like
Yeah.
person, and we're like, oh my god, this is a great babysitter. We need to have her. And then they would take her, and then after a while, she gains the trust of the family, and then she would disappear with the baby. And then it comes to a point where you see her putting like. She's like the mother tree, and there's tons of shit babies or whatever inside of her.
hell?
I think that's Nanny McPhee.
Home Alone?
Home Alone.
Gremlins?
I think it's Pocahontas.
The Goonies?
Boondock Saints.
I've never seen The Goonies.
I don't think I have
A
either.
lot of people are like, that's
Really?
their movie of their childhood. But not-
Really?
yeah, I've never seen it.
I lose.
The movie from my childhood was It.
Oh, yeah.
God, no!
We watched that too,
Yeah.
and that
No.
was boring as fuck. It was just flashbacks.
They
Oh
all
my
float
God.
down
They all
here.
float. I just like the
Yeah, yeah.
Then you better
What's
go
his
catch it.
Mine
played
was
him?
Chucky.
Tim
Mine
Curry.
was Chucky.
Yeah,
Chucky.
Jesus.
Chucky was my childhood
Chucky
scary
sucked.
movie. Fucking Cherry. Chucky was like annoying. The one part that I didn't like was I don't know. It was later in the movies when I think it was like what was the kid's name? The
Joshua.
Joshua was
In
it?
the original.
Yes.
The first one, Child's
Okay,
Play.
we'll call it Joshua. I guess he's going to like army camp or whatever, and he
Yeah.
made a black friend. And there's one point he's black. He is black.
Specifically
He
a
is
black.
black. No, this is what bothered me. Like they made.
I like how you went out of the way to get the name of the other guy.
I don't know him. He wasn't a main star.
He's a black.
All right.
guy,
Well,
whatever.
it was a.
Can we get a name for this like black friend?
Richard.
Richard.
Little
Richard.
Richard, the black friend.
Okay.
They made him extra nerdy, extra like, oh, I need to feel bad. And then the way they validated him was like, at one point, I guess Chucky or something, someone throws a
And he
grenade.
jumps.
I would
on
hope
and
it's
he
Chucky.
and he jumps on it. I'm like, run, just
He's saving everybody else though.
run, everybody.
Okay, everybody can die.
The grenade launch here. What do you do?
Isn't that supposed to be like their first like? Because they did that shit in fucking Captain America. Is that supposed to be like their first fucking instinct, like jump on it to save everyone else?
I
It's
I
a
guess.
noble thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know. That's,
But it was just so like I'm like it's no, just run the other way. You had space to run. Let's.
but if that guy came from that kind of background or whatever, that would be his first instinct to jump
and
on it
I
and save everybody
appreciate
else.
it, but like they always shit on like people like that. I don't get that.
What? People like what?
Minorities.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my! Are you saying the filmmakers just because he was black, they had him jump on the grenade?
Yeah, if it wasn't
That's what it's about at the
I
bottom.
was
of this.
just like, he's like they always shit on people. I'm just like, what the fuck is he doing?
minorities.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but at the same time,
It wasn't
white,
about,
black
like-
anything. Like I mean, if he's an army guy, they're like James said, their instinct should be to jump on it and save as many
Yeah.
people as they can.
Or
He didn't look at that.
He ran
He
away.
se- he looked. He seen black friend jumping on grenades.
I was young. I was young. I didn't get it. I'm like, why didn't you just? My young mind was telling me, why don't you run the other way?
But the fact that you were thinking this is racist at such a young age.
It is racist. I was pissed.
How's it racist?
Because I had a lot of black friends.
Was it like the only black guy? In the
Yeah, he was like. I remember he was like. He was the focus. He's like always. I
He got super awkward because he was watching it with his black friends, and
He's
they were
like,
just
"Oh."
like, "What?" And he was.
And
like,
he was just.
I
Yeah,
know. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong.
That ain't right.
So you guys
Anyways.
wanna watch a new movie?
This movie's done.
Wanna watch Hustle and Flow?
God. All right, so Evil Dead was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was a good movie.
That was a weird transition. I'll give you that. I always come with this kind of shit. I need to stop talking.
All right, this is for I think these two, Dead Island Riptide.
Oh.
I don't know if you played it with them.
I haven't.
I told him not to play it, so.
Like Seamus directly hey, I might play with Cockway. He's like, don't.
I was like, I was like, did you even finish the first one? He's like, no. I'm like, then you're definitely not gonna finish the second one.
No, he probably wouldn't.
The first one is a
It
masterpiece.
was funny because like we went out of PAX East and this guy was so hype about Dead Island Riptide. Like he was legit like, yeah, this game is fucking
I expected
good.
better things of it.
I liked it.
I was like, okay,
a
well,
little bit that I
It
got.
was essentially like, I mean, it was all right, but I mean, it was more of the same or whatever. But it just like
It has a
when going in, we jump into a Skype call, we're ready to do this and shit.
We're
and,
pumped.
Like we're ready to record it. Like everybody's like requested this shit.
Yeah.
I think
They want
like
the
I said
original
before-
crew back.
Yeah, like I said before, I think three of the
dream team.
four of us couldn't give any less of a shit because we didn't want to like do it. It was only like Jordan that was pretty much all yeah. It's like the rest of us was just like but like people wanted to see it and people wanted to see like the original people that fucking did the first one back to do this one because it was like it was only a year ago, so I don't understand.
Yeah, it was like a year and a half ago.
Like people were just like, yeah, you guys did that way back when. It was only a year ago. Like,
Remember when you guys
What
first
happened?
started?
Why does it feel so
Yeah.
long?
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess it felt a little bit longer for people. So like they wanted us to do that, and we're getting ready to do it, and it's like we knew it was a lot of the same, but we just didn't know how much of the same, including the problems from
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah.
So we started it up. We're getting ready to like try to send invites. Jordan can't send us invites because you have to play through the prologue once again by yourself in order to get to where you can actually like play co-op.
That's silly.
So the prologue in itself was what, like 30 minutes
It was like
or
30
something
minutes.
like that. Like it's like a long ass prologue for
That's
what
most
it
of the
was.
recording that Seamus was able to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like you were saying to me, like people were bitching about like when I cut it up because I cut up the first episode because of the prologue. Like I just wanted to get through the fucking prologue. Like I didn't want to have 3 episodes or 2 episodes on the prologue when there was nothing happening between us. We were all on a Skype call still playing the prologue, but we were all playing it individually just to get to the co-op point. It was stupid.
I
So
personally
like,
would have done it by myself.
people were
and
like,
then
you know,
came into it.
I want to know more about the story. It's like, listen,
The story? They want to know more about the story?
I summed it up for someone that was complaining. I was like, okay, literally this is what happened. They got off the previous island on Dead Island 1. They were on the helicopter. They landed on this ship, which they thought was a safe like haven or whatever. Ship gets attacked.
By
I don't know
what?
if they ever explained.
By zombies?
Then again,
Wait,
we also
wait. There were zombies on that set.
There might have been
Yes.
someone who was infected on it.
Yeah,
or zombies, so.
that's the main thing, I guess, that someone might have been infected or something like that. I don't know, because we couldn't hear it during the fucking cutscenes. People were like, "Can you guys stop talking during the cutscenes?" It's like, we couldn't hear it either! Like,
Yeah, I
it
had headphones
it was
on.
fucked up for us. Like, it wasn't like...
So the audio was messed up.
Yeah, the audio was messed up on their part. Like, it wasn't
balanced
We had
properly.
subtitles on. Like, I made sure to put subtitles on, but the subtitles would not appear during those, like, cinematic cutscenes.
Yeah, they wouldn't. No. We turned
No
them
subtitles.
off.
That's the whole point of those subtitles.
Well, it
for cinematics.
was like fuck the hearing impaired. Like they don't need to know what's going
Yeah.
on. Obviously.
That's what Jordan was saying. Like sometimes games would put in the cutscenes as like a specific file that would play, and they don't have subtitles on them or something like that. I don't know. So it just like triggered the file to play.
So kind of dumb.
But yeah, like it didn't make any sense. Like we were sitting there, we couldn't hear it, and then no subtitles, so we didn't know what the fuck was going on. And obviously people are gonna be just as clueless. But the thing is, we couldn't change it because it was a part of the game that was like fucked up. We only figured it out like maybe like 3 episodes in. Like I at least got the sound level to be at least
Yeah.
tolerable.
I
and you had to
wonder.
put the sound all the way up.
I wonder though. Like
But even then,
like the creators of this game, do you think were they rushed, or do you think like
I don't know. It
'cause,
just
like-
seems like there wasn't much testing, I guess. I don't know, because there wasn't much, I guess. I would say that would be something feedback-wise that you think someone would say. Like, okay, when I stand here, the volume is, like, really low, and when I stand over here, it's, like, really loud. It's like, okay, why?
Yeah,
Why are the sound effects so goddamn loud when the voices can barely be heard?
yeah?
And that's something that was a part of the game. That
could be
wasn't.
it.
It wasn't on our end. It wasn't, like, editing or anything like that. Like, that was that was them. That was in the game. Like if you play it yourself, the sound effects are really loud. The boat part.
Yeah,
the
that boat was
prologue,
loud as shit.
Seriously, all the sound effects were super loud, but the voices were you could barely hear them.
Maybe it's supposed to be realistic. When a boat is loud, you can't hear people.
I guess.
Realistic.
They sacrificed the story
So,
for
okay.
realism.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
understanding
with
what's
every one
happening.
of these problems, I'm gonna let Sly dismiss them. So he just dismissed that one.
All right.
So far, the game is still at a 10 out of 10 for Sly.
Yes. We're
right.
gonna see how many you can actually dismiss
all
here.
right. That's gonna be my job.
He's playing devil's advocate right now.
Yes.
All right, let's
He's helping them out. Okay, here we go.
So playing through the prologue, we had to play through by ourselves.
All right. That's true. So you can actually immerse yourself to the story more.
Okay.
Because when you
That's
do
a good entry point. You gotta go in alone.
Because if you go with friends, you're gonna be lollygagging and you're
Makes
not gonna
sense.
pay
I mean-
attention.
Yeah, why would you want to have fun with your friends?
No,
when,
you-
you know,
you
it's
To
a-
get that initial part of the story, so you know, I guess it's best you play by yourself.
by yourself.
But you couldn't fucking hear the story anyway,
He
so it
already
didn't matter.
dismissed that.
Yeah,
he already dismissed
realism.
that.
Realism.
He already
Realism.
dismissed the
All right.
sound.
All
issues.
right. So I got two out of 2, right?
So we got done with the prologue.
Okay.
And then we end up on a beach. And I was explaining the story. Basically, like they get off one island, they end up on another island. That's pretty much it.
They didn't get very far. until-
Wait.
No,
So
no.
did they go back to the same one or is it a different one?
I think it's a different one,
I
or
think
it's like a different side of it.
Yeah, that's a different one. I think I'm not sure. Wasn't the other one?
And
like,
this one has the same amount of
was it
zombies?
Hanoi or something like that? The other one, I don't know. Or
I don't
Hanoi?
remember.
I don't know.
I think it's a
That
different
reminds
island.
me of Just Cause, Panau.
Yeah, I think I'm mixing them two together. I don't know if
Hanoi, I
know.
thought that was something from Call of Duty. A map.
Yeah, isn't that like
Yeah, Hanoi.
a
it's
city
map.
and
Yeah.
Do you know how many fucking
Vietnam?
games include a shanty town?
all of them now?
Believe me, I looked it up after so many games in a row had a section called Shantytown. Like it started with Resident Evil 5 for me, where it was like Shantytown.
Okay.
Then it was like Shantytown, Shantytown, Shantytown. Like then Call of Duty, Shantytown.
You know what
It's
game
like,
has a shantytown?
Okay.
Army too.
Yeah, Army of
The
Shantytown.
new one has a shantytown.
And it's funny because there's actually a listing. I don't know what site it's on.
How
but,
many
like,
games have favela in it?
There is like a thing where it lists like location and it says Shantytown. It's like this location is included in all of these games. It's like a drop down of like 15
Damn.
games.
I have an idea. Trapville, we rename it Shantytown.
Yeah,
Or we have a shantytown.
Yeah, or
in it.
we- yeah, we have a
Trapville is a
shantytown.
shantytown.
we just have an even shittier looking
Yeah,
place.
in
that's called a Shantytown.
Trapville, get it like a really just shantytown area.
We have a low income area.
Yeah, that's
A
called
low
Shantytown.
income area?
with the
We're gonna-
really, like the really shitty tiny. huts.
The name is gonna
God.
be another Shantytown.
Shantytown, yeah.
Easy.
yeah.
So you telling me
Okay,
another
next
island?
part to refute.
Oh yeah, so okay.
New island.
Got to
so
the
we
island.
started up. We're on the island or whatever. This is when Jordan starts to invite us in.
Okay.
Doesn't work. The thing is,
I can give me a second. I got one for this one.
see, like, be honest in explaining this, I don't really know what the problem was at the bottom of it because it's
Did they
like,
fix that yet?
No.
Is it still not fixed?
Actually, wait, no, they did tweet about it. But
Okay.
they said it was fixed.
All right,
But-
it's not a problem anymore. Why bring it
Not
up?
anymore. But
We
it was a problem
didn't-
at the time.
Why
I
bring it
don't.
up? Why
What
bring it up?
was the? I don't understand what the problem was. It was just like we would get his invites.
It just said we couldn't join.
Yeah, it just said we could not.
Like
join.
we would go and try and first of all, to join them you have to be in the game and then you have to like hit pause and then go to an option that says like game lobby.
Yes.
And then it has to look for games. That's how you join someone, which isn't straightforward at all. And it takes a while to pop up, so we would try and do it that way.
Maybe you don't want to play with that friend,
Yeah.
and you
Well,
don't want to feel bad, but you'll just click on somebody else.
Yeah,
So-
and
so-
it's what it does is it actually allows you to play with people that are playing in that same spot. So you play with random.
What if you
people
can't
that
connect at all?
Well,
This was the problem.
well,
That
this
was
is
the
this
problem.
is this is where single player really stands out.
Single
The
player
game
and a
assesses
co-op.
your need to play with other people.
The game
If they
is
think you're
like
ready to play by
touted
yourself.
as a co-op game.
It's true.
Play
We
it by
all
yourself.
imported our characters. Maybe the game felt like we were already good to go.
Yeah,
So
it's like
you
your
know,
characters are loners.
You don't need help.
need a group.
You don't need
go
it.
by yourself.
You're fine.
There you go.
You have AI
All right,
with
so
you.
that's 3 out of 3, right? All right, I got that.
So we.
We had to do what we did the
You
first
should
time.
work PR for game companies whenever they have glitches. and
Yeah.
stuff.
I got it.
The first game we had the same exact issue, but the thing was, after I don't know how long we figured it out, we got in there and
We found a
and
loophole.
We found the loophole, we did it, and we actually were able to play co-op on the first one. So we figured we'd do the same exact method and work it out for this one.
And it did work.
Worked.
For 3 of us.
Yeah.
3.
Spoon, for some reason, which was funny because for him, he skipped out on like the maybe middle to the ending of the first
Yeah,
one.
he dropped out in the
and
mid.
then played the prologue of this one, and then skipped out the
Beginning.
after that again. But like, I guess his
But he got to play the single player experience, right?
He didn't fucking want to play that.
No, he didn't. He was supposed to. His job was to catch up to us, and he never did.
Which bit us in the butt later,
Oh, okay.
by the way.
Yes, it did.
It screwed us later.
So he couldn't get in. So we had to just continue without him.
Okay.
And we did one session without him. Within that one session, there was a rainy corner.
Oh yeah. He found a spot where like he walked into it and it just started raining, and then it would stop like 3 seconds later.
It was a corner. It was a corner that I would walk into the corner and it would start raining.
It only happened once though.
I'll break this one for you. Have you guys played Minecraft? All of you guys have played Minecraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the desert, it doesn't rain. Same concept.
But this was
Different
a
biome.
corner. This was
a different biome.
So there was
in that
a square of desert biome, and
it was a different.
All right.
That was supposed to be an Easter egg.
That's a Minecraft Easter egg.
There you go.
I should post that as just an Easter egg, like the rainy corner. Here's the Easter egg.
Minecraft Easter egg.
that'd be a nice like 8-second video. Just walk into it, psh, done.
So I took that one down.
4.
What else? 4 out of 4.
Did anything else happen in our first session?
We found the infinite spawn, where they just kept coming out of the roof.
Oh yeah.
So the spawn never stops. They just keep coming.
You know what?
Which is really fun, by the way.
At
when
least 2 zombies or so will just keep coming out.
when you're trying to explore an area and zombies keep spawning
You
and
know
they don't
what,
stop,
though?
it's really
You know
fun.
what? That was a gift from them to you guys, so you guys could level up more.
Yeah, but
That was a
like
grinding area.
XP farm.
level ups are
XP
pointless
farm.
because
Think
all the
about
enemies
it.
level
Think
up
about
with
it.
you.
There was probably a spawner.
Did you hear
back
what he
then.
just said?
Leveling up is absolutely pointless in that game because everything levels up in relation to you. So if you get stronger, they get stronger.
They scale
They
everything
scale
up.
up.
Yeah,
Leveling
but
up does
but
nothing.
think about
for
it.
you.
Think about it. You didn't have certain abilities, so now you can unlock.
Yeah, I can unlock those abilities that pretty much don't do shit.
No, they do stuff. You don't know how
Lock
to use them.
pick.
You don't know how to use them. He's turning into the WWE guy, where it's just like you're just playing the game wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
Community manager. That's what it is right
All
there.
right.
Playing
so,
the game wrong.
So I got that. More abilities. You're complaining about a gift that we gave you.
Yeah.
That's a.
I really like getting 3 hit by zombies, but I have a fucking cleaver, and it
Mm-hmm.
takes me like 3 minutes to kill it.
How do you explain
That's really
the
fun.
massive slowdown when there are a certain amount of enemies on
In
the
the dead
screen,
zone,
and it makes his frame rate suffer?
His frame
suffer
rate.
to
Yes.
1.
All right.
1 frame.
Well, everybody's drops,
what that
but
is?
his drops significantly.
Yeah.
What was the place called?
Dead
The
zone.
dead
That's
zone.
it.
It happened in 2 other places though too.
But that was specifically there, though, right?
Games are meant to be played. If you weren't recording, Fraps wouldn't have slowed down
Yeah.
your play frame.
Yeah,
rate.
but
It's Frapp's
Are
fault,
you-
not the
Hey,
game.
Do you want a job?
Sly, are you gonna hire
I didn't use
You're
Fraps.
hired, man.
I was using
All
DX
right, so
Story.
me and Dan are now
You are
collaborating.
now PR reps.
We're partners.
We both work for Deep Silver.
Also, inexplicably, for I don't know why, but the game when I have to load in takes like 3 to 5 minutes to load in,
It's your computer.
which causes me to miss
It's your
cutscenes.
computer.
It's your hardware.
It's my hardware. It's my hardware. It's gotta be my hardware. Like
Jesus.
should have just
Whoa.
bought it on the 360.
What the fuck are
I
you?
can't- I
He's
can't
like
read his
mouthing.
lips.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's saying right now.
I don't know.
He's digging hard for.
I don't know, man. I don't
So
know.
there's that.
So you just, we can agree that.
So session number 2.
session.
again.
Oh, there's more.
This
Also-
is where we had to get Spoon in.
If my
I-
character
I need,
goes-
I need your help here, man.
He has
Give me-
another-
Give me,
he has
give me
another-
a little bit of your mojo.
He has another
Rubbing hands.
issue.
If my character goes too fast, like in a boat or a car, my game freezes. So I get like 3 seconds of 60 frames.
That's obviously law enforcement. You're not supposed to speak.
Yeah. it's-
Hey,
on top of
that
that,
was a good
This
one.
is
Rules
a
of the water.
law-breaking simulator.
but the police are gone. They're gone. There are no police.
Just
on this
because
island.
it's called Dead
The zombie
Island.
thing is self-defense.
Listen,
That's fine.
listen,
All right.
listen. Just,
Someone has to retain the
listen,
law, so the
listen.
game does it for
just
you.
because it's
You're going
Dead
too
Island,
fast.
the law is not dead.
All right.
Law always keeps going.
Law is there in spirit. Is what you're
Yes,
saying.
Obviously.
Dead Island. Yeah, the people are there are dead, but law keeps going 24/7. Law
Yep.
never stops.
Another fun fact. When
How
you're in
about
a-
a few of those stuck zombies that we found? That remember the one that was under the bush at the bridge? Like he was just kind of standing there.
oh yeah,
doing nothing?
we had to kill him to.
He was the last zombie that we needed to proceed to kill. We had
On
to kill
the
him to
bridge,
proceed.
I seen that. That's in,
And he was just kind of standing there.
He
how
fell
do you
under the
the
explain that?
moment he went towards it, he went aggro or something.
Yeah,
like
he
that?
like started.
But
coming
then he
after me.
aggroed and went up, around, and right back to his spot, and stood there again.
You know what?
He was lazy, maybe.
He was waiting for that. He was holding that spot for another zombie.
I thought he might have been eating berries out of the bush or something.
we have been teaching the zombies courtesy.
Oh, okay.
These zombies now have feelings. When you hit somebody, you're hitting somebody that's undead, but actually has feelings.
Maybe his friend died. Maybe you
Yeah.
killed his friend and he was just
Maybe that was the
upset.
spot where his friend died.
Yeah.
Maybe
He
he had a
was mourning.
black friend who jumped on a grenade.
I was throwing grenades. I was throwing them
That could be
on
it.
that bridge. I was throwing
Guys,
grenades.
that-
So the zombie didn't want to
Guys.
fight anymore.
Guys, listen. You guys are giving yourself your own answers. Why do we? Why? Why
I'm
do
thinking
need
like
us?
you now.
We could be.
Yeah.
We could be working.
We kind of have the mindset now.
There you go.
It's like-
There you go.
We've swayed you guys.
I'm glad that me and Dan could have given you an
So-
insight.
Second session,
Second session.
we get Spoon back in there.
It works this time.
Spoon
We're
is-
still
works for him.
using the loophole though.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Still-
Because
still
the
using that.
actual co-op still does not work.
Okay. Well, you know
Um,
what? That's just a minor bug.
This is like 3 or
That's
4
a minor
days
bug.
later.
That's just a minor
Minor,
bug.
yeah.
All games have it, and we're not the first or the last one to have that. So don't bitch about it. You're playing a game.
So we got Spoon in there.
Uh-huh.
Not necessarily.
By the way, how is this way? Are you guys willing to inform us how is this new method that you guys actually got into?
can't do
call?
that.
You can't do that.
It's secret.
Can't
Okay,
disclose
well I'm
that.
suing you guys.
Can't disclose that
I'm
information.
suing you
It's
guys.
secret.
Our workaround for your shitty game.
Oh.
We needed to do this. Without that company, the company that helped us get there,
Uh huh.
your game would be unplayable.
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 Couldn't play it.
Have you guys played the single player though?
We don't want to.
I don't want to play a single player. I bought it for the co-op
It's
experience.
not why we bought it. It's
Yeah, but the
not
single
why we
player
bought
runs
it.
fine.
Next time we'll just record single player and I'll be in the Skype call.
Oh yeah. What part are you at? Oh, I just got there.
Yeah, I passed that already.
So tell me, Spoon
Shut
got,
up, there's a cutscene.
Spoon got
What?
it. Spoon got it. Spoon,
Yeah.
Spoon got it on this, and what happened when with this recording session?
Spoon was showing us the
yes.
animations of the characters, which are
Yeah.
superb.
Animation of the
If
characters.
you
But
go-
the thing of
What do you
getting
mean-
him
what do you-
in there first, he did not play up to where we were at.
Oh, yeah.
so-
we
forgot about
thought
that.
that wouldn't be a problem
drop in, drop out, right?
because
Yeah.
he's a lower level. than
Doesn't
us.
exist.
Drop in, drop out. That's what
Doesn't matter.
what they say or whatever. But like
What does
he's
drop in,
he's
drop out
like
mean?
we're like level high 30s or something like that, and he's like 19 or something like that.
Are you really asking that?
So
or
we
you-
figured because
Okay.
they scale the zombies, like they even said this that like for someone that's a level like 19, the zombies for them would be like 19. For the people that are 30 something, it would be 30 something for them. Like it,
That's
it
not how
scales.
Borderlands works.
No, but that's how they did it. Like it scales for each of
So
them.
you could play with a friend who.
In Borderlands, you could bring in a level 1 who's like some other guy's like a 39 or something like that, and you know rank them up like
Yeah,
really quick.
you can grind them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this it scales to them, so I guess you can't really do that. But in thinking that he was on chapter 1, we were on chapter 3, they wouldn't let him in the game.
He had to be on the same chapter.
He had
as
to be
us.
on the same chapter. He had to be
Well-
at the
well-
same spot that
Well,
we were at
Let me explain.
in order for him to
Dan,
join
can
the
I
game.
take this one?
Go for it.
All right. Well, let me explain something. If you are willing to play with somebody in the game that you're playing right now, this that person needs to do the same amount of work. Nobody gets a free pass.
He needs to understand the story
Yeah,
too.
whether you can hear the story or not is a non-issue.
Yeah.
That person needs to experience the
grinding.
engine noises and the people talking not being
and
able
the
to be
rainy
heard.
spot.
And
you
the rainy
know,
spot,
up to
yeah.
that point that you've been.
So they need to withstand that.
Drop in, drop
for-
out is it was just a
It's a
saying
loose
that we were
term.
saying. It's a
Saying.
buzzword. It's a buzzword that I hear other people promote games with, so we figured we'd go with that too.
Dan, thank you.
Drop in, drop out. Buzzword.
More like just drop out and drop it.
I mean, it doesn't really mean anything.
That's true. So we had to join in Spoons, redo all of the quests that got us to that point, then go back into ours, and then finally he was allowed to join in.
Partake in our fun.
Yes. And then once he was in, he did show us some of the animations, which were pretty funny. I don't know what the fuck.
Also, if someone's too far away from you, they don't do any animations. They just like T-pose.
Oh, that's true. How do you explain that?
Wait, what?
They
What-
just they T-pose like, okay, let's say I'm here and you're at the door.
Okay.
That's too far. The game doesn't show any animations from you. So like if you move, you just like slide around,
Like
or you're
this?
or you're in T-pose.
Yeah.
Or you're
Either
in-
slide,
yeah.
you're in T-pose, or you walk in place. Like,
Oh,
you're
it's like Doom, where like you don't they
Yeah.
don't move until you fucking walk to.
Yeah,
So,
it.
so if
yeah.
someone's too far away, that's what happens when you look at
All
it.
right. You want to take that one, or do you want me to take it? Because I know.
How do you explain that?
I-
You have a history with Doom, so I mean, is that
We
We wanted
Doom
that
Easter
classic
egg.
feeling. We wanted that That's a Doom Easter egg. Yeah. We had the Minecraft Easter egg. We had the Doom Easter egg.
Yes.
You know, that's we're just packing it full of Easter eggs. I'm sure if you continue on, we'll discover more Easter eggs to other games.
I'm sure we'll have to continue on. It has to be done. But yeah, I mean it's ridiculous how many of the same problems were still in there. Like from the first one, it's like at least clear some of that up, and then it would at least be playable. But like the fact that we went through all that just to kind of get it going was a little bit like ridiculous.
Indeed.
Well,
It was.
anyways, it's all those glitches and all this stuff.
No, there's still more we can talk about.
Are simple mistakes. Simple mistakes that you know what, a year is not long enough for a game of this caliber. If they would have given it a little more time, give us a little more time, we could have created this masterpiece that you guys would have wanted.
But they say it's not a sequel. It's not a sequel.
It's
a
not
spin-off.
It's a spin-off.
I
Wait,
don't know.
what? It has
Yeah,
to
I don't know how it would
wait,
be.
wait, wait,
Like,
did we really say that, Dan? It's not a sequel when it has
That's
all
a
the
buzzword.
Oh, okay.
No, they legit don't like it being called a sequel.
Why is it not a sequel?
Because
Maybe it's just a continuation.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. It's pretty random.
That's the list.
oh, okay.
The list of
All right.
topics.
We ready for the next one?
Are we? Is there any more things that you want me to
There's a lot
slam
more.
dunk you?
There's a lot more I could talk about, but if you want to talk about it,
We're gonna leave it at that. It's the game.
It's pretty much like I remember Sark had said it in a video where he said like, you know, if you like the original Dead Island, then you know it's probably, I guess, something for you. It depends on like if you want to go through all the same issues and stuff. But like if you don't like the first Dead Island, then obviously Riptide is not
For you.
not gonna be for you.
No.
Is there anything like new they brought into this? Because I heard
There's some weapons and
I
stuff.
hear-
There's the new character which none of us have tried because we all imported our characters.
What
But,
is he based off?
He's a melee guy, but then again,
like those
most of them
claws.
are. Yeah, he's got the claws and stuff like that, which Jordan thought were his.
Well, Jordan thinks a lot of things.
Yeah, he's
so.
dumb.
Are his.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mine.
The game
But
is
they've added the base defense missions
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Base offense. Oh, that's kind of cool.
game is really fun if you're trolly.
Trolley.
Like I've just been like trying to screw them. Like I just
Yeah.
throw stun grenades, and we've just been throwing grenades at
Yes.
each other and
There
locking
was
each other
plenty
out.
of
and
times
stuff.
where I would just throw a grenade in the group, and
Yep.
I'd only revive Seamus out of everybody.
Because I killed him by accident once, and I went over and revived him. And ever since then, like if he kills me, he comes revives me. I'll heal him. Like
The
it's
thing is,
pretty
Horton
funny.
would kill me, and he'd kill me, and he'd laugh about it because I lost a lot of money or whatever. So I'd start killing him on purpose and make him lose a lot of money. He'd be like, I invested my money so I don't lose that much.
Spoon doesn't invest it.
So there you go. You fucking lost like this much money. or
$3
whatever.
grand. There was one time where we just finished a mission and got like $3 grand, and then someone killed Jordan and he lost $3 grand. So it was like
He lost the reward pretty much.
He didn't get a reward for it.
That mission was all for nothing for him.
That is all good.
It's too bad.
All right. Well, what is next on our plentiful list of
So,
topics?
Nintendo's new challenge, as they call it.
Wait. Challenge.
They're reassessing how they present at E3. They're
What?
apparently scaling everything down. They aren't going to do as much this year at E3.
You know what
gonna
though?
Have more
as,
of a
as a
lower-
PR rep now that I am.
Now with your
listen,
experience. You think this is a good move?
Listen. I'm gonna tell you.
Wonderful move by Nintendo.
Now I'm actually part of Nintendo, and what I think less is definitely more.
I think Nintendo
Buzzword.
are
buzzword.
innovators when it comes to this stuff. I mean, they're paving the way for other companies now.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, if no one goes to E3, then I mean, there you go. Empty
Yeah.
convention. Just walk on in.
Shut it down.
You know, that's it. E3's done.
What about the other consoles that are gonna be there? Do they
No, they're
matter?
gonna follow in Nintendo's footsteps. Less is more.
Oh,
So they're not gonna
do
be
that.
there either.
So
No one's gonna be there.
So
It will be E3 Ubisoft edition.
Yeah.
They will be the only ones there.
And Nordic to show off their new Darksiders and Red Faction gameplay.
And then 505 to come show off their new Wii titles.
God, yes.
Grease the
There you
game.
go.
It's part of 505. PR.
He represents 505 and
You represent everybody, apparently.
Listen.
Man.
We're coming for you. We're coming for you, Nintendo.
James got laid off by THQ, so. So yeah, they're just saying they're like, as a brand new challenge, we're working to establish a new presentation style for E3. First, we decided not to host a large-scale presentation targeted at everyone in the international audience. where we announce new information as we did in the past. So they're not gonna do that. They're not. I guess maybe they're not gonna have a press conference.
They're more so probably doing.
They're gonna do like stuff in the convention center with like just focusing on new games, new software.
I guess they're just gonna like do like
Smaller
what
events.
like oh that's why. Well, I don't even. It's like a.
They're focusing on the U.S. market. It says
It's one of those double-edged things, like with them, like you know how they like Microsoft. That's another like thing that we're gonna be talking about next or whatever about the Xbox or whatever, where they're doing it at its own event, like Sony did with its own event. It's like
a 2-hour-long event.
it's
where
like
it was E3.
Nintendo. Let's do this live stream where we announce all this shit. It's like, what about E3? What the fuck is the point of it?
I mean, back in the day,
Do they have to pay the people from E3 to do all that shit? Maybe they
Yeah,
don't. Maybe they
I'd
don't.
imagine,
Maybe they
depending
don't
on
want to
space
go
and
through
stuff
like
like
that
that.
middleman bullshit. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's money they lose there.
it
too.
makes more sense nowadays that you can. I mean, they did that live stream. It was on Twitch. It was on like, all the live stream sites. It was.
Yeah, that
it
shit
was this
blew
big
up.
thing.
That shit blew up.
So like. I mean, back in the day, conventions made more sense because there was less information being distributed. And so if you have this one big convention where all the information comes out of there, then it's fine. But now we live in a bit more of an information age.
As the PR
Well, it just
for
seems like
Nintendo.
E3 is getting less and less
I'm
like
telling you.
relevant.
Yeah,
I'm telling
because
you.
every like news of the newer games get leaked out like a few days before.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, when we went into E3 last year, the only thing that was a surprise was a Splinter Cell. That was the only thing, pretty
Which
much.
was awesome.
Which was also leaked though, because Zach said that it was leaked a little bit before.
Like
It
an
was
hour
just,
beforehand.
Yeah, it was just because we were there that it wasn't.
As PR of Nintendo, this is why?
No, you know why it's getting less relevant is because we are finally able to start going to E3, so that's when it's becoming relevant.
It's like now, why
It's like now that
bother?
we can finally do this after watching for the last 8 years of our lives. Like
Hey,
the
it doesn't matter. You guys came
coverage.
too late.
It's like we're not going for fucking announcements or anything like that anymore. We're just going to play demos, pretty much. Like that's. I mean,
so,
they do
AKA
have that.
PAX?
Pretty much, I guess.
But make connections and stuff, though.
Yeah, but yeah, that's I guess that would be the main thing.
That's
of
the biggest
E3.
thing is making connections. And
But if the right people aren't there for that, then because they don't give a shit about E3, then that's gonna become like a stupid thing too, because it's just gonna be like people that they hired on to go to E3 or something like that. Like I said for Sony for The Last of Us, they were all just like Sony guys brought in for that booth. Like it wasn't like
people who knew about
it wasn't like people that knew like the mechanics or anything like that. I mean, they watch people play the demo over and over again, so they know what to do to help you, but they don't know anything specifically. You can't be like, you know, why does this character do this or
I don't know.
like that. Yeah,
Well, we're
I
gonna
don't
start
make the game.
doing. Well, part of the idea is that E3 is now gonna become live stream only, and we're gonna get all the developers too. Because I'm not part of E3 now, by the way. I'm PR for the E3, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna
You're PR for E3.
Yeah,
Why do they need PR?
because we can.
All right.
So
Obviously, it's becoming less relevant. They need
Yeah.
more exposure now more than ever.
Yep.
So that's the way we're gonna go about it. We're gonna start having people pay us so we can live stream the new products, and we're gonna make things happen here. Also, buy Alex shirts. He paid me for that too.
He's
PR
buying ad time
PR
on
for
Kootra
Alex?
Talk, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Who's Alex? Anyway.
Expect to see some funds from that.
Yeah, get some cross promotion going on there. He has to start saying "listen to Creature Talk" on his thing as opposed to buy my shirts.
Yeah.
So that kind of transitions into to the Xbox announcement of the.
What is it gonna be
Xbox.
called? Is it gonna be really gonna?
They
be called
haven't announced it
Xbox
yet.
720 because I'll be pissed.
They always have like a project name. It's like Project this.
Project
Zulu.
Shit.
Shit like that.
Project Jaboo Boo 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 Boo.
Shabala.
So Microsoft announced that they're gonna reveal the new Xbox 10 a.m. Pacific time, May 21st. Whoa, that's like 11 o'clock here. That blows. That's early.
Yeah, what the hell?
So they just said, quote, "A new generation revealed. Be part of this historic online event featuring a live stream, video, video
is
images,
Puff-
updates, and more." Video
Is
images,
Puff
updates.
Daddy gonna be in it?
Maybe.
P Diddy
P.
P.
Diddy.
comes on and sings for them and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
I don't know.
ain't going
The thing
nowhere.
that I thought
That'd be good.
was I thought was kind of cool when they announced that it was that they said like, you know, they're deliberately holding some stuff back for E3, like they're
PlayStation?
announcing stuff and shit like that. No, Xbox.
Oh well,
Like-
PlayStation said the same thing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
They said like, you know, they're you know, deliberately gonna hold off on some of the games. Like they're
Yeah.
not gonna show all the games and stuff like that. They're gonna like save that for E3. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, yeah, at least we get something out of that.
Yeah.
I guess some of the games, but they'll still leak out anyway.
Yeah.
So. It's like
Yep.
it's usually like in the. I remember before, like I know the achievement list would pop out, like prior, so you knew the game was coming. Like, you know, there was like an achievement list for this game. It's like, okay, that game's coming out now.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like, there's always some kind
They
of
always
leak.
fuck up somehow.
Yeah, there's always some kind of leak or something like that makes it like that.
Yeah, I like how Xbox isn't doing like what Sony did, where they were just like teasing and everybody knew it was they were gonna announce a new console, but like Xbox was just like, yeah, we're gonna announce the new Xbox. Then
At this time.
But as PR from Sony, I think this is a really good idea.
Shut up!
I hope they showed the actual Xbox. Like, I mean, because they didn't show the PS3.
They didn't show that. The PS4.
They only
Or
show the
PS4,
controller,
no,
right?
PS3.
They showed the controller.
Yeah, you can
the-
share
the
to
controller,
people on
the touch
Facebook.
thing.
I'm like,
They had a whole fucking like vid doc on the controller and all the shit that it would do and stuff like that. Actually has a headphone jack on it.
what?
That could be pretty good.
Mic jack in it.
Oh.
Like
fuck
the
outta it.
Xbox controller.
Whoa.
I think that was something that like I never liked that with the PlayStations. How you needed like one of those wireless Bluetooths. or whatever. I never used them.
That shit hurt.
And you never hear people talking in games,
Nope.
really. There were specific games that they would talk and stuff like
Well,
that. But
I think that was a good marketing plan with the whole Xbox, with the whole like, hey, you got an Xbox here, it comes with an actual headset too.
Yeah.
Like the PlayStation
Sony
never
had
gave you that.
Bluetooth. Like that's their proprietary.
Yeah.
well, from what I can see, I think the Xbox is, from what a lot of people are saying, like Xbox is kind of going more of the multimedia at like
Yeah.
route.
They've been doing
Yeah,
that for the last,
it's like, that's-
13 years.
like,
not
that's pretty
13,
much going to be
8
their
years.
push with this.
Yeah.
13 years.
Supposedly the new Xbox will run on Windows 8.
Yeah.
I don't know about
that one.
Not so sure about that one.
It's always going to be online.
Maybe if it's wait.
Yeah, it's like built-in DRM or whatever it's called.
Yeah, something
DMR?
like that.
Yeah,
Wait,
DMR.
it's always gonna be online. What do you mean?
You always have to have an active internet connection to
If your internet connection is out,
Can't play games.
Isn't that what
can't
happened
use
with The Sims? Like SimCity?
yeah, and
Something
people
like
hated
that,
it.
And a lot of people
It was
liked
terrible.
that, right? That's what was the best. That was the key point.
Yeah,
of
they're like,
selling.
I really love having to have an internet connection. Like, you
There's
know.
supposedly a way around it for SimCity. Like, I guess supposedly they had a built-in, like, non-DMR way.
Yeah, you
but
just
they
have to take out a line of code or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So I don't know if there'll be something like that with
I
the
just
Xbox where
I
someone
just heard
like...
Dan saying, yeah, you just have to do a line of code.
Yeah, to get it.
I'm like,
and
what
you're-
the fuck,
you don't
Dan?
have to play the game
Dan.
after that.
I'm ready to build a city.
Yeah, there you go. Get super high on the... Wow.
Don't do drugs. Anyway,
Well, if you want to play SimCity, apparently you got to do a line.
They're just
Yeah.
gonna try and like break into that Xbox more than ever, just to get rid of that.
Hmm.
They're probably.
I don't
Yeah,
like
that's
the-
what I mean. They're going to find, like, a hack or something like that.
I don't
a
like
way
the
around
idea.
it. Like,
I don't
it's
like the
not-
idea of that though. You have to be online.
I don't
lot of
think
people
we're.
like
I don't
that.
think we're at that point yet. It's like they think like the internet is kind of like taking over and shit. And it's at the
No.
point where it's like everyone has stable
Probably in a couple
internet
more years.
in their house.
Yeah, but like in really small towns, they
Maybe
don't really
when we
have
get
that.
Google Fiber for everybody, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, if the whole
I don't
country
think we're at
is.
that. We're not at that point.
Especially
yet.
smaller cities, they
Mhm.
don't really have the capacity to deal with that.
What about-
sometimes I'm going
What about
to
Puerto Rico? I don't think they'll get a good internet in like dumb long.
No
I remember.
Xbox for them.
Yeah.
Good
Shit.
thing you're here.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
No Xbox for them.
You can get a new Xbox. and play
Hell
it.
yeah.
I could see it now. That shit's gonna launch come November or something like that. Usually November. It's gonna launch. They have
Oh, yeah, November's like
standard,
that time.
lineup of launch games. People get their launch games. They come back home. They can't play it.
Yeah, because probably the servers are gonna be overloaded or
Or
something.
it could be like the Wii U, and you can wait for 2 hours or more.
Yeah.
Did I,
there
ever,
you
did
go.
I ever say that Lego story that I had?
Well, no.
I tried to buy Lego City Undercover, and
Oh,
apparently
you did
Amazon
mention-
didn't have
you
any.
told me something about
Yeah,
it.
Amazon didn't have any for
I
whatever
get that
reason.
recently.
Like a couple different like actual brick and mortar stores didn't have it. Like I don't know what they did. Like they didn't ship it out or something.
Yeah.
So then I figured out like, oh, they have the digital copy. I'll just download it on the Wii U. It's a 19 gig file, and it took me 2 days to download it. Like 2 days to download, and then I got on Xbox. Like I downloaded a 1 gig file last night. It was like 2 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? I had to wait 2 days to play it because it took that long to download. 19 gigs is kind of a big file, but 2 days, like I don't. The internet I had
It's
is pretty
2
good.
days.
Like
Apologize.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with that, but anyway.
Nintendo's always been very wonky with their online shit.
Yeah. pretty.
Spoon was telling me the other day that he was gonna play some Super Smash online. And I
Oh,
was like, what
no.
the fuck are you thinking? Like,
Brawl?
Is that with XCOM?
yeah,
I played one match of Brawl Online and never played it
I
again.
actually, I don't know when it comes to like fighting games, but like their online is so.
It's just
bad.
the
Like,
lag.
At least I know it's for the PS3. Like I did try playing Justice Online. Man, that was a headache. I was like,
it's just
what
like
the
I mean,
fuck?
if Xbox like they're gonna have little problems like that, and that's shit that they like. I mean that they're gonna have to fix themselves. If they're too lazy to do that, then it's gonna be like that's gonna fall back on.
It's gonna look really crappy
It's
on
gonna
them.
look bad on them because like they're gonna be getting shit on. It's like you can't even handle. It's like I want to say it's like EA. Every single like new release for EA, their servers fucking go to shit, and they're like, we couldn't predict this. We didn't have enough servers. We gotta add more.
We had all these pre-orders. We didn't know.
We didn't know.
We dropped the
So
ball.
then you have to
Sorry.
like wait. You have to wait like a week or 2 weeks until they add new servers, constantly adding more servers.
Yeah, it was like a week before
SimCity,
they really-
they had to add new servers.
You know,
and shit
this,
like that.
this is a part of the reason why I didn't get the new Dead Island, because I knew that it's probably gonna have a few bugs, and I was gonna wait until like all of it got patched out. But
They'll probably patch them
Yeah,
over
Yeah, they
time,
patched the
but
first one, but I mean, it was like maybe 3/4 or like 4/5 through the way of our playthrough when they finally patched
it like
it.
didn't matter.
yeah.
By the
So
time they
it's
patch this,
But
we
then
might even
again,
be done with
like,
the game.
like
So.
if you guys and I'm not trying.
In a
to be-
way, some of the exploits actually helped us in the first one. The
Yeah,
fucking
the
duplication,
yeah.
Which
glitch
is back
and
in
shit.
the game again.
We gotta
apparently.
figure that out.
But and going, I guess I'm not trying to be that asshole like the whole PR crap, but I think we criticize sometimes a little bit too much of the games, and they're really just thinking of the casual people. I think they don't really think of like the core hardcore gamers like we are.
But yeah, but like
I don't
for most
consider
games,
myself hardcore gamer.
what?
I don't consider myself hardcore
All right,
gamer.
all right. Now let's. All right, the amount of hours of games that you get to play throughout the whole week compared to a person that has 9 to.
The
5.
casual person will still see those issues, I think.
I
Yeah,
played
they'll
more
still not-
video games when I was working 9 to 5 as opposed to now.
they'll still not have fun. Like,
I used to play a lot more.
I don't know. I think the casual gamer has.
but like I'm not that strict on games. Like he makes fun of me all the time for saying like I think every game is all right.
Yeah, you're right. You're different.
Like even for what he would consider a bad game, I'm like yeah, I had fun with it. It was like I wouldn't give it a really low score. I'd give it like a 7. Like Army of Two, Devil's Cartel. Like story's not that great, but I had fun with the game. The gameplay.
He had
Like
fun
the game.
in Shantytown.
The gameplay made it for me. The gameplay is like really kind of really rough for Dead Island. I'm not having that much fun. Like if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be having as much fun. But
so-
generally, I'm like the lightest on games.
You're like.
Like oh, I thought
the
that game
less
was
strict.
shit. Well, I thought it was all right. I had fun with it.
But then again, you play a lot of games too. So I don't know. It's just I'm trying to like find the reason. Maybe they don't think of like us being such hardcore critics about it. But
Nope.
I think they just. I don't know. They, just care. They care way too much.
I think the casual person would see the problems too.
Really?
they might not dig.
But then
into
again,
it.
I don't know if that would be like something on the console or if that's just a PC thing or whatever. But like,
The PC probably had more issues.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't see any kind of excuse for co-op not working day one when that's one of the main attractions to
Yeah,
your game.
yeah. That's
Star Trek.
There you
Oh.
It's
go.
on the list.
There you
I'm going
go.
to talk about
I played that game
second.
too.
boy.
Because they pitched the Star Trek game when me and Dan went to go see it in what was it, Germany? What did we see?
Yeah, it was at Gamescom.
That was one of the main things they pitched there too.
Co-op
It's like,
is the main
co-op.
functionality because there are
Co-op.
2 characters you play
Yeah.
as. Jordan and I went to record it the other day. PC version can't connect at all. Anytime you try to connect off each other, it says the game session has been disconnected or whatever.
That's
Pretty
shit.
much the same deal. Like
Yeah.
if Borderlands was like that, a game built off of co-op, if you couldn't do
No,
co-op,
that
I mean,
would
what would
have
happen
been
with
that would
Borderlands?
have the sales would have been like.
Yeah,
it would have been the same exact thing.
Word would have gotten out, and people would have been like, "Screw it, I don't want to buy that."
Console-wise, apparently it was fine, but it was just the PC version. As far
Well,
as
maybe-
I know, they
maybe
fixed
they-
Are you
it.
guys gonna get
Maybe
are
I-
you gonna get the console version, or are you gonna?
No, we're gonna
wait?
do it on the PC. Supposedly it's fixed now, but
Maybe they're just catering.
3 days
some of
after
these
launch.
games are
3
catering
days
to
after
like
launch, it was
like
sold out.
console.
See, that's what I mean. Like with issues with the always online Xbox, you have issues like that, servers or anything like that, where it gets overloaded. Like you bring in all of these other like opportunities for more issues that's just gonna be like people aren't gonna want to fucking play
they
because
said
they
any-
can't play. It's like if you have to wait a week or even like 3 days to fucking play a game you just bought
Yeah.
and you want to play, then what the fuck? You can't play it.
Like imagine a game that just based on.
You're
the
done with that
online.
already?
there isn't anything else to talk about. We
I wanna
couldn't
talk
connect
about
the
it.
end.
Imagine,
yes,
imagine
I
a
played
game
it.
there's
I actually
based
played it.
majority on the online feature. Like let's say someone like Call of Duty, if like their multiplayer didn't work,
They would get a lot of shit.
Yeah, there goes their.
And I think
majority of
Xbox
stuff.
is their number one. That's usually their go-to system for the most part.
Mhm.
Call of Duties and stuff like that. They get the exclusive DLCs first and stuff like
Yep, yep.
that.
I mean, when you buy a game, you're assuming you're buying a finished product. Like, what if you went to the grocery store, you bought a loaf of bread, and half of it is moldy, and the other half is fine? Like, you're expecting a finished product. Why
That's
is
like
it
the
different?
DLC story.
Yeah, why is it different for a game? Like the game should
I think
work.
there was, and I don't know if this is, I don't know the idea of this or whatever, but I remember seeing a tweet, and I think this was actually a game developer, whatever. And they're like, it takes us like $60,000, or like $1 million, whatever, for us to create a game, and it takes the consumer $60. Stop bitching. I'm like, well, you made the game. You wanted to give us an
It's
honest...
not a dev thing. It's a producer fucking console thing. Like
I mean, they have time constraints and stuff to work
Yeah.
on. I mean, it's not like
even
they're
if the
saying
devs make a perfect game or whatever, like if Microsoft distributes it shitty or like
Yeah.
the servers can't you can't have access to them and stuff like that. That's not the devs' fault. Like it's
Yeah.
unless it's an in-house thing with the servers and stuff like that. But if it's not,
I don't know whose fault it was that the co-op didn't work. I don't know if that's like a dev thing or a Steam thing.
Yeah, I don't know
I don't
because
know.
like
Well,
I mean
my question is, we should have looked into the fact that Dead Island had the same issues on console. I think that's something that maybe we should have looked into.
The other thing is that
because we're like,
because we want to play it on the console.
no, I know, but I wanted to see if these same glitches and bugs are
I don't
actually
know.
passed away. Because then,
But
we can,
if you
assume
can
it's just a
imagine,
port.
imagine that they are, and
That would be
how
annoying.
hard it is to patch stuff on.
oh
the
yeah, they had to
Xbox.
pay.
You have to go through
thousands.
You have to go through like a certification and shit.
Yeah,
to
they
get
had to
stuff
pay
on the
thousands and
Xbox.
thousands of dollars for that
Yeah.
shit.
So if they are on the Xbox, then
They're
that makes
fucked.
it worse for them because Steam can patch it real quick. That you really can't.
Yeah, that's
Disclaimer: the review of Dead Island Riptide was for the PC version only.
There you
yeah.
go, I guess.
Yeah, I needed to throw that.
nobody
in there.
really.
Hopefully, the
played it.
Xbox users can hear the story.
Or the PS3 or whatever.
It'd be worse on them if the Xbox version is still like that or whatever.
I noticed, by the way, do you use your mouse and keyboard, or you actually use an Xbox controller on?
Controller?
Yeah, that's
he
what
and I are using
I do
controllers.
that. I do that too. I was doing
Spoon
Koots
and
is
Jo-
the only one who's stubborn enough.
I think Spoon and
It's
Jordan.
no, but the problem with that, I was playing the first one, and when you go to, I feel like my character turns way too quick.
Mhm.
So when I lower the sensitivity of the actual movement, the cursor on the menu just goes extra fucking slow. I'm like, I don't want that. I just wanted my sensitivity to go lower. I don't want the mouse to go.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what Killing Floor did. They have like a menu sensitivity and they have like an in-game sensitivity.
Yeah,
so, like,
that's what they needed.
so like it's not super fast, super slow. You can
Because
change
then
it.
I would, if it was because of that, then I would play with the keyboard and mouse because I think I'm more precise with it. But fucking, I had to use now for these sessions I've been doing. I'm like, I can't deal with it, and so I had to put a controller in. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, what else we got into?
Star Trek.
Star Trek. Seamus
He-
has
he
the
didn't-
actual game.
Yeah, I don't think they really played any of it, and I played probably an hour or two, and it's
How was that?
it's kind of bland. Like it's just kind of stereotypical
Maybe
third
you
person
think
type.
maybe it's because you're not a Star Trek fan. Are you?
I just mean the gameplay is bland. Like
Oh.
I don't know much about the universe, which I can't really talk about that because that would be
Yeah.
like Dan's watched it and stuff. But like the gameplay is just kind of bland. It's like just third person shooter, getting to cover shoot stuff. They have like different puzzles and stuff. Like it's not a terrible game, but it's gotten some pretty bad reviews. Like
Is there a game changer in it or not?
no,
that
it
sucks.
doesn't
It's
really
just a
do.
mediocre gameplay with like a Star Trek.
Well, they-
overlay.
A lot of the reviews I saw were like 3s and 4s, but I don't think it's that bad.
They've been
But
been
yeah, but you're
developing it for,
Seamus,
like, the last
though.
2 years.
You're-
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I would probably give it like a 6 so far, like 6.5, something like that.
See that? He's pretty lenient.
Yeah, I'm pretty lenient most of the time, but like when I can't play the game, like I don't even know like the issues with the frames and stuff. Like I don't know what the issue is because they're not having it. So it's obviously like
Your
I don't-
end.
I don't know if it is my
How
end.
is
Like
it
my
your-
computer's
his
He has
computer-
the best computer out of all of us.
Yeah.
But I'm
he-
just saying, yeah, like, but I mean,
there has to be
obviously there's
something. There has to
wrong
be
with the
something
game.
that is not meshing well with
Maybe
the
your
game.
video card's not.
It might be.
compatible
So
to
like
it.
I don't know. I don't
That's
really
just
want
so
to.
weird.
I don't want to blame them for that, but it's like it's kind of you can't really blame anyone for it. But it
But you
really.
said that there was multiple people.
If
with
it
that
is
same
like
issue.
something video card wise or something like that should be taken into account, by them. Like you can't have an audience
yeah.
exiled off because they have a better graphics card than somebody else.
My real question is, what is Dead Island thrown into? Are they more thrown into the PC community or the console community? Like
I don't
that's my biggest thing too. Like who? Are
But
they
then you're just
catering
kind of
to more?
alienating a community. Then like you feel like oh
Well, yeah,
or-
but at the end of the day, it's about who makes a bigger buck, and like they want to get that profit. They want to get that. What is the biggest audience? Like it just makes sense. Like you want to sell it to the bigger audience.
What would Skyrim be?
Skyrim be?
What would Fallout be?
those ran.
What would
perfectly
Borderlands
fine.
be?
Yeah.
I don't know, just like
Those
I
are
said,
fine across the
I'm
board.
trying to think in their mind. I don't know what they're thinking realistically, but like when a game is that glitchy, right off the bat, to a big community, which is the PC community, like, that's kind of shitty.
It's hard to say though. But if you focus on like the Xbox community, like reviewers will review every copy, and if they get a PC copy that's complete shit compared to an Xbox copy, they're gonna talk about the PC copy.
The PC always has its perks and stuff like that. It's usually that you can
Yeah.
change stuff around and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
there's still that FOV problem that Spoon
Yeah.
was on about for the majority of the
They
time.
don't-
Spoon was the
have
only
that?
one who really cared about that. I think.
They don't. It's like you're pretty much in your weapon.
That's how he's like, oh yeah, I love being in my weapon. It's so fun.
Actually, I was playing Bioshock, and I was like, man, I feel like I'm really fucking close. And then I checked the menu, and like they have the FOB. I'm like, oh sweet.
Yeah, you
So
can
I-
change it.
I brought it back all the way. I'm like, holy shit, I can see the game. This is awesome.
Yep.
So like having an FOB thing really like
There are a lot of PC
changes the
players like
experience
that.
for the player, because like at first I wasn't really able to get into the whole Bioshock. I'm like, this is just way too fucking close. Like I can't deal with it. And then, whoop, FOB.
I'm usually like that when it comes to third-person games. I don't like when they have them like right on your shoulder.
Resident Evil 6.
The parrot
Yeah.
view. The parrot
It's
view.
just like you can't.
It takes
have
up
it.
like a fourth.
And
of the
even
screen.
they eventually patched it so that
Yeah.
we can change that. But it's like it's like pretty much your head
you're
and
giving
your
him a
right
hickey.
shoulder, and it's like that's way too fucking close.
It's claustrophobic. You can't see shit.
Yeah, it's like I don't know where the rest of my body is, so I don't know where I'm at really position-wise. Like that's really tough to manage.
Yeah, I like beat Resident Evil 6, and then within a couple days they patched it, and I was like, oh, that's great. I just beat the game, so it doesn't matter for me anymore. I was like, okay, cool.
Maybe I could go back to it and actually play it now.
Yeah.
There you
Fucking
go.
Stupid. Fucking over-the-shoulder shit.
That was like way too close.
There's a couple things that they patched in there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
What?
Yeah.
Last one that he
trailers.
added.
Last topic that's on the list is GTA 5 is releasing 3 different character trailers, like for each character that you get to play as. In the,
Oh, you
in
get
the game.
to pick multiple characters.
It switches. The
They're
story switches
taking
between
this was
different
their
characters.
test with Gay Tony and I was gonna
Oh,
say
yeah.
Ballad Gay Tony again, but Lost in the Damned or whatever. Like them doing that, like having
the different
3
DLC.
separate stories.
yeah, but kind of taking place. They had like one intersecting like point
Yeah.
Yeah, in the
during the
campaign.
story.
So they're gonna do that with this game,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be the
Built
main,
in.
like the whole story is gonna be these 3 different
That's
characters.
that's kind of
Yeah.
cool. Like yeah,
It's like combining the.
I like the whole like you have one character, you follow the whole story, but I like this switch.
Yeah,
Up. Maybe you
switching
spice it up. Maybe I'll hate the second character. I'm like fuck, I hate this character.
Yeah.
I can't wait until the third one because it'll
Yeah.
be better. But yeah, I like that like miss and match. I like
So-
that.
They're pretty
I
good.
didn't like Mr. Bellic all that much, mostly because he couldn't wear
Nico
fingerless
Bellic?
gloves.
Nico Bellic.
That was his main gripe. No fingerless gloves.
No fingerless gloves.
You can get
He
a
was
mod.
promised grandeur
Yeah, that's what I needed to do.
of
Right.
fingerless
You
gloves.
know,
He was
mod.
promised fingerless gloves.
Also,
like,
he had shaggier hair and darker eyelids.
You know what?
Like in the
You know what? For Christmas, we know what
Fingerless
we gotta get.
fingerless gloves for
Fingerless
James.
gloves.
What color
Is there
do you
not
want?
like a-
white, black, red?
He
polka
had
dot?
black,
is there not a mod that someone made?
probably.
No, that's what I told him.
The
Yeah,
fingerless
oh.
mod.
The fingerless gloves mod for James.
Probably do have
One
black for
download.
that.
So in
James.
a few days, on the 30th, they're gonna release those trailers. So
That's
They're usually pretty good about characters, though. So like,
Yeah.
I've never really had a Grand Theft Auto game where I didn't like a character.
I didn't get to play the newest one because I guess it
Four?
was it was
Should really play it.
that's the best one.
I stuck with San
I like three.
Andreas and I like Vice City a lot, and it's just because I guess the game style there was. I feel like didn't they go more realistic with the fourth one? Like,
Yeah, it was a lot more
Yeah,
realistic.
kind of.
And I
A
guess
lot of people
I,
gave it shit for the driving controls. and
I
stuff.
I didn't like that, but I might give it another shot. Maybe maybe not.
It takes a little bit to get into, especially the driving, because the driving is a lot more realistic. But I mean, it's still you could still have real like good fun with it,
Yeah.
because you can do like crazy power slides and stuff, and it's
Yeah, I
fun.
might have to look into that.
It's not as like you can't be as I don't think you could be as creative with it like in terms of unless we're doing multiplayer or something like that. Even then, it's just kind of like they throw you in a sandbox, but there's not many toys in the sandbox. So like you just kind of like
This
Yeah,
new
the
one
sand.
seems like they're going to be throwing a lot more in there, though.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
they're bringing
if-
back jets
but the thing
and
is,
stuff. And
like you see that now, and this is like a single player thing. Like they showed a lot of cool shit for for 4 with like the single player shit, but you couldn't do any of that in multiplayer. Like you couldn't bowl, you couldn't do any of that shit. Like
Yeah.
all that they showed, but it's like
Bowling.
you could go in a bowling alley, but you can't do shit in there. It's like, what the fuck is the point of that? Like, it's something
There's
that's
a bowling
simple.
Like
alley.
Red
It's
Dead
just
when you can't hunt or whatever. Like that'd be fun.
Oh,
to just
yeah,
go hunting
yeah.
in multiplayer, but you can't do that. You can kill animals, but you can't.
It doesn't
skin
make
them.
any sense as to why like you would like incorporate that. I mean, it's cool to have that in a single player and stuff like that, but that would be something that's even better to like have
With
a
friends,
part
yeah.
of a part of the multiplayer and stuff. A lot of stuff that they did in Red Dead would have been cool to have.
They could have done a hunting mode where you could just go hunting and.
Could you do
whatever.
poker like in the multiplayer?
Not that I know of.
Gamble with each other and shit.
Not that I know of.
See, that would be so funny, just like gambling and then like someone
Liar's
beats
Dice
you
would
and
be
then just
fun.
get off the table and just shoot him in the face. It's like, you fucking,
Motherfucker!
you fucking
You're
PB.
cheating.
Yeah, something like that.
I seen that card.
And like have somebody like just randomly walking over and you see them playing poker and just fucking X out all of them. Like while they're playing poker, I just killed 4 dudes out there playing poker.
Up 500 chips.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Just start stealing their stuff.
Like there would have been like instead of just giving an empty sandbox that you can't really do too much with. That would probably be a lot better to do. Have more random toys and shit that they had in there.
Sly told me to grab the book.
Really?
It's that time.
I was still talking about GTA, but okay.
It's that time, man.
Jordan's
the
gonna be
school book.
even in a worse position next week.
He
was already-
suspended.
Oh,
He's been
yeah.
expelled.
Yeah, he's been expelled.
That's actually the
Ah.
true reason why Jordan isn't here. He's
got
been
expelled.
expelled from school.
That
But,
boy needed some
We
help.
need to create a jingle for this.
We need to
point.
create a jingle for a lot of stuff.
So I think this is probably just gonna be the ending of it because I remember we had 2 more left.
Yeah,
And
that's it. It was way too hard for me.
yeah,
though.
Sly made me stop at just 2 points in.
School of Nova.
I'm not gonna bother reviewing.
We've already recapped several
We've
times.
recap.
Yes,
Good God.
that would be 12 points to recap.
It took us
Hey,
8 hours to do it last
do you remember? Do you remember the title of your own?
Building a foundation for the future.
There you go with James.
Okay.
Alright.
So I guess I could recap the
Classes
last
and
2.
sessions.
The last 2 that you fucked up.
I'm sorry. Now I think I got him though.
Using highlighters to mark keywords in the prompt, and what the fuck?
He
are you
can't
doing?
read.
No, what the fuck? Are you
I
doing?
highlighted that.
You didn't highlight that. That's
I-
bullshit.
I did that. I swear.
Anyway, using highlighters to mark keywords in the prompt and the questions as well as the important information in the reading passage that will be important to the written response.
So that means what?
If the word isn't cock, we know you're not highlighting it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. I stopped on that. I
Oh,
stopped
okay.
that. I
Words
stopped
that are related to your written prompt
Okay. I got
and
it.
are linked together.
I got it. I got it.
And then the next point was to for me to teach my students how to use the scoring checklist for writing and using it regularly.
Scoring checklist.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Those were the last 2
Highlighting and
points.
checklist.
Highlighting
then
checklist.
Sly
scores.
went on a webbing spree of shit,
I
No,
tried.
a spree of cock.
of cock. One was kind of like cork, but he kind of made it.
Yeah, he's
He made
I
it.
don't know what he turned it into.
He turned it into like cock with 2 K's,
Oh,
even though it was more like cork
It was an honest to God mistake. I was thinking
Gotta
of
revise
corks and
with
wine.
grocery bags and
Kootra.
yeah, all that stuff was.
It was
awesome.
very
Opera.
informative though.
This next point actually kind of suits this area that we're in right now. It says to engage students in partner or small group
Small group.
oral presentations
Oral presentation.
I'll give you oral
on a
presentation.
on
topic,
your cock.
on a
Presentation.
topic followed by group feedback. This is kind of like
We've been doing this.
talk.
Yeah, we've been doing this the whole time.
We've been
Alright.
doing this for about
Wait,
5
so
years.
wait, so-
Practicing that point
So wait,
forever.
so wait. What grade do I get on that one?
There's more to this.
Okay, shit.
Their ability to plan and present information on a topic orally
All right.
is the same process required on a written test.
Oh shit.
So this exact thing that we're doing right here would be what comes into play on a written test.
I say we get an A+ for that.
I think I get
most
it.
of
I think we would do pretty well. At
Do I
this.
get an A?
Especially this week as opposed to all the other weeks.
Oh yeah,
It's
this
Jordan produced.
week
This
we
Yeah.
went
more
hard.
well presented.
Yeah.
A+.
A plus
Dance.
for
So, I
everybody.
mean-
Even the teacher gets an A plus. I don't know how.
Orally, how would you grade yourself?
Orally, I would give myself a C minus.
C
I don't know.
minus?
You presented a lot today. You put a lot of good ideas out there. I
Oh,
think you
thank.
get an A for,
Do
for
I get
your
an
oral
A?
presentation.
Do I get an A, teacher?
I mean,
I
you had the
think
whole
for-
PR thing. You had the
Yeah.
black guy on the grenade thing.
Yeah.
You had all the big highlights of this.
I think
this creature.
orally you've done really well.
Wow,
actually.
that is high marks from the teacher.
Man.
Only
Seamus, can I
yes.
ask for a hug, Seamus, and you deliver that?
I think oral might be your strong suit.
Is it?
You're not good at webbing, checklist, highlighting, but oral. You're on it.
I give
the oral
I give great oral.
You excel at oral.
I give great oral
go.
presentations. All right, that's something I need to put on my Twitter.
What would you grade yourself?
Well, I was about to say real quick, if somebody threw a grenade, he'd stick that grenade in his mouth.
Orally.
You would oral that grenade.
That's how great he is at oral.
I
What would I give
never
myself?
said this. Where are you putting?
It's like, where are you going with this?
Where are you putting? Why are you putting words in my mouth?
Putting grenades in
Putting
your mouth.
grenades. I think I would grade myself an A as well
Wait.
because I helped this whole oral presentation.
Actually, let me give him more points. He actually became a PR representative with me.
Yeah, he was like partner.
You
Partner.
transitioned midway through the conversation.
I was helping him out early on too, and it was just like, and I was like, he's the PR guy.
Yeah.
Might as well go
What
full-fledged.
what about Mr. Goldilocks here?
I'd say, hey, you know, I brought up Star Trek thing.
Yeah.
Had some points about Dead Island.
I had
really
a lot of
fair
points.
about
I had a
everything.
lot of points about Dead
Very
Island.
fair about it.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
I think everybody here today gets an A minus
I
Kootra.
think group-wise,
Jordan gets an F.
Jordan gets an F because he's
A
not here.
big fat ass.
oral presentation is the strong suit, I would say.
Of this group, we all give good oral.
There you go.
Awesome oral.
Wink, wink.
Now this next point is also group related.
Oh shit! All right, this is one that I probably will shine too. Let me see.
Students in partner or small group writing groups. Wait,
Are you
I
drunk?
think I fucked that
Let's
up.
Let's get
Group
a-
rating
It's
group.
fine.
We get a
You know what?
mulligan.
Everybody
Let's
makes
ignore
mistakes.
that.
Mulligan.
Let's
You
ignore
get a
that.
All
mulligan.
right, your oral's going down right now.
Yeah, you're.
I think I'm failing the oral now.
It's fine. We can help you, teacher.
Okay. So engaging students
Mm-hmm. In oral, it's a bad thing.
In partners
What?
or small group writing, revision, and proofreading sessions. Include group sharing and feedback. Once again, kind of what we've been doing here.
Hey.
He's been giving feedback. He gave feedback about how you guys were,
Hey.
reviewing.
Also,
your
on top of
customers.
that, I have this thing called Smite Club,
Okay.
Yeah.
and we share moments and times there. We share a lot.
He teaches me a lot of
I
stuff.
teach him.
Is there a
Is-
lot of feedback that goes on there?
Yeah, he makes fun of me every time I
How
die.
much oral?
Way too much.
There's a lot of oral.
Oral
going on
of
at that
the
computer.
Jing Jan.
Just hours of oral there.
Well, I must say, we went. This was a 14-step process, and I think things only kicked in during the final 2. There's a lot of work to be done from 1 to 12, including webbing, listing, note taking,
Bullet points.
highlighting, bullet points, proofreading, writing,
Maybe.
writing to a set prompt,
Maybe.
timed writing. Many things need to be practiced.
But
A lot of stuff.
maybe
orally,
We excel.
Got
there
it.
is.
we
Got that oral.
We please the audience
With our oral.
You see that? You see that? You
They
don't-
were so orally
you-
connected that
you
they
don't-
said it at the
you
same
don't
time.
get that
That's
anywhere
extra credit.
else.
It's gotta
You
be
don't
extra
get
credit.
that anywhere
That's
else.
group sharing.
Group sharing of the oral.
There you go.
Thank you.
Wow.
But I need to come out as the teacher's
Come out
pet
of where?
out of the oral.
Okay.
I need to come out of the oral and say, this has been a learning experience. I hope that there's more lessons. Maybe writing is not my thing, but there's other pages in this book that you
There
will.
are. I may, more so look for more orally,
Stuff.
focused things.
I like how you
Uh,
use focus and I use stuff. That's the difference.
He's gonna
That's
work-
the
That's why
difference.
he's
He's going
teach.
to work the group's strengths.
Exactly.
He's gonna work
How-
our oral.
how-
That's
can
the
you-
main thing.
how can
Play
you-
off the strength
Uh-huh.
and
Solidify the weaknesses.
ignore the weaknesses.
Ignore the
Ignore-
weaknesses.
Hide them.
Hide
them.
like the
Sweep
grenade.
them under the
Hide
rug.
like the grenade that the black kid jumped on.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a final thoughts in here.
What is the final thought?
Is this
say?
like Jerry Springer? Gives his final thoughts on the whole.
Yeah, there's still what?
That's like
Oh,
activities
okay.
and glossaries
Okay,
and
good.
stuff.
Okay.
But
Do you want
we're
me to
not
read
even.
the final thoughts?
This is at the end of the book.
This is at the end of
We
the
haven't
book.
even finished it. We didn't even start.
I know, but this is,
The final thoughts of this.
I just want to see how this is.
All right, let's see.
As you reach the end of this book, it is likely that you will find out that you have invested many hours as a reader.
Many.
You may have been motivated to read other professional books and enticed to acquire and read some stirring books for children that were new to you. Perhaps also You have taken notes. Have you taken notes?
I have.
We did
throughout
take
the whole
notes.
thing. Yeah.
Jotting down ideas you want to remember and recording your own thoughts.
We've been recording our thoughts.
Hey, you jotted something of a good idea going on with the THQ thing.
Yeah.
That was you were already thinking. I had a plan.
You and your colleagues may have participated in professional development experiences
We do that all the time.
and, in the process, discussed and debated
We did.
your responses to the ideas in this book.
I was debating all the things that you were
You
saying.
debated a lot of stuff.
I was debating hard.
You may have been inspired
Oh.
to start a writer's notebook.
No.
Or
No,
you
no,
don't
no.
want to. You don't want to.
No, I want to talk though.
You don't want to write one of these.
Yeah, no.
Using its pages to sketch, or write a memoir, or you may have begun to create your own anthology.
What is
Favorite
that? What is,
poetry.
what is anthology?
I think it's like, a combination, like a collection.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
This is group. This is
Our lives as readers and writers are
Sound it out. Sound it out.
Bring it out. What is it?
Where are you?
found
Foundational.
How the fuck did I get that?
foundation.
Okay.
The students become the teacher.
Yeah.
Foundation.
I
We're helping
consider
them.
myself
A
a teacher.
To our work with students. When we read and write ourselves, we are able to teach reading and writing from the inside. From the inside.
Praise Jesus.
I
From
had
the
it.
inside.
I had it. I had it inside of me all along.
Our own
Is that what you're trying to
experiences
say?
give
My
direction
God.
and depth to our teaching. We encourage you. We encourage you
Okay.
to cherish and protect your life as a reader and a writer.
What if I get shot?
Take time
Write
to
about it.
read for enjoyment as well as to search for practical and helpful information.
I have read things that I enjoy.
Say it.
Pack children's books in with your travel bag
Why?
and keep a stack next to your bed.
Why?
Cause, goddammit.
Children are am I supposed to? Am I? Should I prepare for
Explore
children
the
in my
role
bed?
of writing in your life.
So are you telling me that readers and writers expect children in their bed?
What? That was nothing. No.
That wasn't even similar to what he
Okay.
said.
No.
Just making sure.
Drop a web.
You
You
want me
may
to?
find you enjoying capturing memories, hopes, and dreams
Mm-hmm.
in a special notebook of your own. Your passion for literacy
Mm-hmm.
will guide and enrich your work with your intermediate students, enabling them also to experience the profound joys
Mm-hmm.
inherent in lifelong reading and writing.
Hey,
This may have to be reread at
I
a certain
did.
point.
I did. I did a webbing because you told me.
What is writ?
Oh,
Yeah, what
it's short for writing.
He's cutting corners.
You're-
This is my own
As
personal.
it was writ. No, that writ
But-
is a word,
but-
but I like.
But
Writ
right,
with a double T?
this is what I
I don't know
got.
about the double T.
Writers have a bed, and you in that bed you bring books, which actually I forgot to tie this. Bring children.
Children books?
Yes, have children books
In the bed?
In the bed, so you can read
Yeah, so you can sleep with them.
and you.
Why,
Why
is
don't you
bed,
get-
why is bed and children linked?
Children go in the bed, and then you
Yeah.
sleep with them.
Oh.
Then you gotta sleep with the children.
Oh. Alright.
But you gotta write the books first. And when you write, you get sleepy. And that
That is a web right
that's
there.
a web.
This seems like everything is intertwined and connected in some
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, but like a web.
That's pretty good.
I deserve an A.
I think you're making progress. I don't think you're at an A yet.
What is this material? Can you?
I would say.
What is that? What would you give me for that? A B minus.
Yes.
Look at that.
That's still pretty good.
That's average.
I would like a B minus.
You're working your way up.
I like that. Before I got a big fat F.
The webs are improving.
Yeah, this
Yes.
one ties.
You went from an
into-
F to a B minus.
Holy
You got
shit.
the minus.
I took
because-
into account, obviously, the oral,
Yeah.
You did.
explanation.
Okay.
I think you were actually getting upgraded a little bit because
Of the oral, the good
well,
oral that I give.
he wanted to sweep the weakness under the rug. He doesn't want you to get better at it. He just wants to sweep it under the rug.
Just hide it.
To be like, you know,
But remember the way I presented this was
Yo,
a great oral.
Someone has a sticky note in here.
What does it
I've
say?
never noticed this.
What is this?
what school is that?
The University of Colorado, Denver.
Oh God! So this book is from somebody that lives here.
This is local.
I still haven't heard the story of how this book was found.
We were coming back from PAX and we were taking the train and there was this random book chilling there and
Yeah.
James
Poor
just took
guy
It was
came
a-
back. He went to the like fucking transportation authority and he was like, "Do you have a book in Lost and Found guiding reading blah blah blah?"
It was like where you sit, you know, like you sit on the little like benchy type thing on the train. That's where it was. It was just sitting there. And
That was a
Jordan
good
gave it to
time.
me. He was
That's
like,
when
"Hey,
you
look at
find-
this." I was like, "I'll keep it."
That's when he found out his true calling as writing and oral giving teacher.
Yes. I mean,
Amazing.
orally, I must say, orally, you guys are on a whole nother level in terms of what I found out here.
Are we gonna get a book closing here? Oh. All right. So that is the betterment of whatever with James.
Wow.
I can't remember. Improving
Building a better foundation for the future with James.
and sweeping the weaknesses under the rug with James.
Yes.
That
Whipping.
weakness out of here.
All right.
Sweet sweep.
Well, that's all we got to talk about. Hope you guys had fun.
I did.
You know what? When you get
Sometimes.
good grades, you're always having a good time.
I really.
I
mean,
particularly-
So you're gonna be
time
leaving
flies.
here with your head up as opposed to last week.
Yeah,
You're- I mean-
last week I couldn't record after this. Today I'm gonna record a lot. B minus.
Practice that oral by recording.
I'm gonna get great
Improve
oral
it.
to everybody.
Improve it.
All your subscribers
Did you even read
are going
this?
to benefit.
Did you even read this?
Yeah, I read a part of it.
Yeah.
Oh. I like how you're like.
Yeah.
My Facebook thing?
Yeah, it's down there.
It's like right there.
But yeah,
You're
this
the
is
first
okay.
one down there.
this is a wrapper up.
That's it. Okay, bye.
Take care.
Till next time.
Bye.